close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Hello, and thank you so much for joining. My name is TJ. Texas will be joining us as we move forward, but it is the Modern Extravaganza night, running a little bit behind, but round one is getting ready to go, and I know that the Star City event is happening, so it is going to be an odd day, but it is going to be a great day. Let's have some fun with it and get ready for round one. Texas finishing up a little bit of a meal, and then he will be joining us here in the booth as well. I'm excited to have you all here with me, and we are going to have, I believe, 5 rounds of that super sweet action. Am I feeling any better? I'm always feeling better here, though I'm still slightly off, but I will get there, and I will feel better soon. Thank you for asking. I do appreciate that. Howdy, Fortress. Well, hello to you. I hope you're excited Living End in the store today, in the hands of the Coal Maniac himself, a deck that I have been advocating for some time, and now he is stepping up to the plate and playing the deck that I wished someone would. But in other news, we've got words from the state of Texas, but luckily he's going to be personified by this hand.
So we got Aaron and the P1 name. Aaron Walker.
He said, without including last names.
We have Joe.
Okay, I like it.
We have Jeskai Midrange.
Okay.
And then Build Your Own Upheaval.
Really?
Well, he said he's playing the same
I know what
he's
it
been
is.
playing,
I
so-
know what it is. So this is, I need to come up with the deck name for this one. Okay. So we have got Build Your Own Upheaval in the store. This is going to be weird. I'm just going to give you all of that heads up right now. Build Your Own Upheaval is all about using... Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to see a Painter Servant naming Green. Now this has two ways to win. One is to play a bunch of mana dorks and then cast Hibernation, a 3-mana spell that allows him to return all green permanents to their owner's hand. With the Painter Servant out, that's a 3-mana upheaval. He uses the extra mana to replay his board. The other line is to use Woodland Bellower. We'll bring up these cards when we're down there. It is a giant creature that finds a creature with CMC 3 or less from your green creature with CMC 3 or less from your library, puts it into play. He's going to be getting Phantasmal Images, which are green under Painter Servant, to be more Woodland Bellowers, to get more Woodland Bellowers off of more Phantasmal Images, eventually ending up with 5 of them and then grabbing a Hellraiser Goblin to swing for lethal. If I remember. Motar, it's good to see you. Let's see what we can do. Let's head on down, have some fun. So, the players lining up, and let's start showing you this combo. The first thing to remember about it is Painter's Servant. Say Chupa... I don't want to. Hello, it's good to see you. Obrigado for joining. But I don't want to speak other languages, because in the past people have gotten me to say some things that I shouldn't have said. And I think that is unfortunate. So now I just don't use other languages when people suggest it. People had to ruin a good thing. Obrigado. Texas, thanks for joining me. How's it going?
It's going good.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're round one. Do you, Dark Walker 57? Thanks so much for hitting that follow button. So, Joe's deck, Painter Servant. He will be naming Green.
Yep.
Now this has got 2 combinations with it. Why it's called Build Your Own Upheaval, affectionately, is because of a card called... Is Coleman actually playing? Yes, he's playing Living End.
Yep. Oh, really? I didn't know he was playing Living End.
Whoops. Yes, which I'm actually super excited about. I've been advocating for that deck for a little bit, and now I get to actually see it in action, because I haven't been able to play it. So Hibernation, 3-mana blue spell, return all green permanents to their owner's hand. When you have a Painter Servant on green, it means that you're left with all your mana floating, then you replay out your Noble Hierarchs, your Birds of Paradise,
Yeah.
your Painter. The other card.
So with permanents being named green, it includes lands. So Hibernation brings all your lands and your opponent's lands back in. So it's essentially starting with 0 on the board for both players.
Except you have all the extra mana that you
Right,
floated.
exactly.
Exactly. The other spell, Woodland Bellower, a 6/5 for 6, that when it enters the battlefield, you can search your library for a non-legendary green creature with converted mana cost 3 or less. Now, can you tell me what green creature he'll be searching for?
I used to know. Phantasmal Image.
It's funny that when a Painter Servant is out, this looks like a green creature to me. Does it look like one to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as that Painter's out. Well, let's go ahead and grab up one of those, and do you know what it's going to be?
Woodland Bellower.
That's exactly right. And you know what it's going to find?
Phantasmal Image.
Yes, it is! And eventually it all kind of comes down into... If it's still... This is still the combo.
I'm sure it is.
This card, of all cards. The only 3-mana or under creature that, as just a static ability, gives all your other creatures haste.
So essentially, you play down 1 Woodland Bellower, getting 4 Phantasmal Images, becoming Woodland Bellowers, giving them haste, and they can all attack with haste turn they came down.
For 30.
6 damage each.
Is it a build your own It's build your own upheaval. It's all permanents, not all creatures.
Yeah.
It's build your own upheaval. Tarmo Twin, what's up? Good to see you. They also said hello to Tex.
Hi.
Perfect. A+ exchange. Social obligations. Check.
Nailed it.
Peach Squeeze Altars, it's so good to see you. I talked to the store owner. He's totally down for the idea. Let's talk soon. But it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. My name's TJ.
I'm Texas.
And this is the Geek Fortress stream. If you haven't yet, anybody who is in chat, or you as well, check out Peach Squeeze Altars' channel. She actually just creates altars on her channel, like, live. And she does some good, talking, and she talks about all kinds of stuff. But she's just sitting there doing, like, incredible art while she does it.
That's
It is
cool.
so cool. It is the
can't
coolest
do
thing.
art.
Yeah, I tried doing art. The problem is that, like, my stick figures don't live up to my mind. Like,
Right.
I have such a cool, like, image in my mind, but I can't even stick figure. I'm like, man, this stick figure is going to be great. And, like, somehow, like, the straight lines and, like, the proportions get off on a stick figure, Texas. This is just not where I
I
should
know
be.
what you mean. Alright, so both players roll down to 6 Scryed, and I believe they both kept the card on top.
But Joe kicks things off with a Noble Hierarch. Has an extra mana, sitting on 3 this turn. He does run a decent number of 3-drops. Aaron with the tapped land. Not a
Going
whole
for
lot
the
of
Exalted 1.
classy move by Joe.
Yeah.
Sometimes you forget that your 0/1 attacks. I do. Silly ornithopters. It's a 0/2, but whatever. You get my joke.
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. So, island coming down for Aaron. That is a lovely island.
It is.
I kind of dig it. And Joe lining up for a tapped Birdie Pool. A lot of tapped lands so far. These players preserving the life total in a matchup in which I don't think it matters.
Yeah, not so much.
You see aggro matchups with like, Fetch Shock! Yes! And then these go, ooh, look at that, another mid-range jab.
Well, my favorite is like a Fetch Shock to dispel a lightning bolt. I'm like, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Cool, you got it. You achieve your purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, technically they would take one more to go for just a tap land and take the 3, but
Yeah.
then they lose a card. And is 1 life worth a card? I don't know.
For blue decks, I don't think it is.
I happen to agree. So, a totally forget spacing the name of that one. Windbrisk Heights. No,
Yeah.
hold on.
Windbrisk Heights?
Windswept.
Windswept Heath?
Yeah, Windswept.
Windbrisk Heights is the...
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yep.
got it.
We got there. My goodness.
There's
From-
our commander knowledge coming out.
In a brief moment, TJ forgot everything he knew about except for fine dining and breathing. So
Can you claim fine dining when you ate?
That's a
Simple
Geist of
pasta?
St. Traft, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
it's not.
Never mind, that ain't a Geist. That's a cryptic command. How could you...
That's a card in the graveyard.
So that cryptic command looks to be going for counter target spell and draw a card. And Joe is going to draw into... That is, I think, an Eternal Witness. Is that the... He's got so many promo cards in here that
Yeah.
sometimes he throws me for a loop.
But he's gonna throw it down? Yeah, that's anyway. Probably get...
That
Of
sounds
the land.
lovely, Rizawala. I look forward to meeting you. That is the Eternal Witness. That's the promo one. It's a lovely promo. Getting back a land.
And play immediately.
Yep. Lining up 2 of them. Still not a whole lot of action from Joe. He does have the Hellraiser Goblin in hand, which
Awkward.
is kind of a dead draw unless he gets into like a Birds of Paradise.
Yeah.
But even then, is that really what you want to be doing for your mana?
Right. It's something you want to finish off with your combo, not have to play it. My guess is he only runs 1 in the deck anyways.
Absolutely. Ghost Quarter coming on down, joining the field. And looks like we're going to try again with this Geist of St. Traft. Joe sitting with a Path to Exile, which will not be very good. And it does resolve. Yes, we are located in Snohomish, Washington in the Pacific Northwest. Why use Oblivion Ring instead of Detention Sphere? Probably mana-based constraints. Oblivion Ring can technically hit your own permanents, I guess?
Yeah.
No, Detention Sphere can too, can't it?
I'm not sure.
I'm not. I guess if your mana can support it, I would totally advocate for Detention Sphere.
You can do the O-ring loop with O-rings if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna have any risk of crashing our server.
Yeah.
Just it seems unlikely. I honestly don't know though, and I don't really want to find out.
You're right.
Okay. I don't know.
With live
That's
live
terrifying
overing
to me.
loops crashing the server.
That's-
I would be terrified and yet
I'd be tickled.
Yeah.
I would laugh.
tickled. I like that.
Yeah.
I would be tickled.
Okay, so Joe sitting on 5 mana here also has that, but he needs to, like, this Eternal Witness is actually doing an okay job. How does this combo work? Oh, you are in for a treat. So, step 1 of the combo. That is a primal command. Command. Fighting 2 cards while he picks the modes, which apparently he's already declared, but we can't tell. Let me just tell you, while a Painter's Servant is naming green, let me show you a card. That,
He's gaining 7 life and searching his creature or his library for a creature card.
probably a Woodland Bellower
Most likely.
at this point. So, the first half of the combo is that with a Painter's Servant... Oh no, he
Going
must be
straight for the
one.
Bellower.
So he must have the Hibernation. That's
Yeah.
his answer to Geist of Saintcraft as well.
Yeah.
But with the Painter's Servant making all permanents and all cards green, then Hibernation, we turn all green permanents to their in his hands. Well, that does everything. So, you nailed it. Now you use your floating mana to replay out your board and gain a huge mana advantage. However, how it wins. Hey Curry, it's good to see you. Again, with this painter naming green, Woodland Bellower. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a non-legendary green creature, CMC 3 or under. Well, I've got a steal of a deal for you while that painter's on green. Do you know what it is?
Phantasmal Image?
It is Phantasmal Image. My goodness,
Is
it's
it
almost
Phantasmal?
as if we've... What? It's almost as if we've rehearsed this nonsense.
Once.
Hooray! Excuse me.
Yeah, so he plays the Bellower, gets a Phantasmal Image because it is green, because Painter's Servant says so.
Hooray!
Phantasmal Image in his battlefield becomes a copy of what creature?
It becomes a copy of Woodland Bellower.
Which then searches his library.
Big Squeeze Altars with the sub! Thank you so much for the support. You are incredible and amazing. Thank you for that. When you refresh, it will show up with a little thing up there, and it'll be very exciting for me. Restoration Angel going to flicker that Geist. 4 damage.
Still goes through, but after gaining 7 life, so still at 16? Or is that 7? Or 18?
18.
I can math.
That's okay. And the Restoration Angel saves the Geist of St. Traft. Sorry, I'm going to drink lots of water, slightly preserve my voice.
Yeah.
I've had a little bit of a cough.
I noticed.
Did you?
Yes.
What? There it
There it
is.
is.
That's the thing. You refreshed, and now everybody gets to see the Peach Squeeze Altars. Now, I don't know about you, but have you ever squeezed an actual peach to make peach juice?
To make peach juice? No.
Yes.
To squeeze a peach, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I haven't.
In Texas, peaches are a pretty big thing, so they're abundant.
Everything's a big thing in Texas.
It's true.
So, got the Geist of St. Traft. Slow hands, it is good to see you. Oh, okay. Millions of peaches. There's a good song called Pete. Something with peaches. It's like a folky kind of song.
Mhm.
But I really enjoyed it. I'll have to come up with the title, share it with the world.
You'll have to come up with a title?
Well, I have to find out what it is. Call the band up. You messed up. Let me help you out.
Alright, yep, so Painter comes down, naming green. Does he have the hibernation in here? I didn't see one.
I would not at all be surprised. But
Yeah.
he may want to untap so that he can actually float up.
Right, he's gotta wait until it's the most opportune time for him to go for it.
Exactly. And it's something that you want to do on your main phase so that you can then be the first one to play land, play out the Noble Hierarch,
Yeah.
use that extra mana to drop in your Eternal Witness, that kind of stuff. It's your birthday? That is awesome. Happy birthday to you. You are fantastic. And there's a lot of damage coming in. We're threatening this Geist of St. Traft once more. What?
Going for the block, hopefully.
That looks like that's enough for us. Damage is going to be dealt. We're going to lose the Geist of St. Traft. We're going to deal 7. What do you think the odds are that Aaron's got another Geist in hand?
Pretty good if he's willing to go for the trade.
Or just going for the ultimate damage, Smackdown.
And half, so that he can't even play it later when he sends it to his hand.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
You use your mana now because you're not going to have as much in just a few minutes.
No, that's not the song either. something like. Oh, I have to. I found it
Well,
on.
if that's not the song, then I don't
I'll
know.
have to-
Because that's by the President of America.
It's not that one. It
It's
was
not
done by
that
like
Interesting.
hold on.
Oh, we're Googling?
No, I'm gonna go into the depths of my Pandora to see what
Wow.
I've previously thumbs upped from like a station that I haven't listened to for like 2 years.
Oh, he's just hardcasting Beller.
That's not bad. I mean, that's kind of the game plan, so we're just gonna win that way. There we go.
I mean, but he can't get...
I never liked it. Now I just gotta start hitting next until I find it.
Does
Okay.
he just have extra Bellers? No, okay, he's got targets.
No,
That
yeah.
looks like Bellers.
He actually altered a bunch of like blank things, or he just drew a bunch of custom bellowers so that they could always come down. He made ones for all the cards. Oh,
Was that it?
nope. It's something Peaches. Like, I think the name of it is Peaches. I gotta find it. This is gonna drive me crazy. Luckily, I've got Pandora Prime, not
So
generic
unlimited
Pandora
skips?
Prime. Well, until they tell me to stop, but I think it's more.
I think you
Oh, that
can
sounds
then
great.
watch like a short video and get more.
Oh my goodness, I do love watching videos, much like Geek Fortress, where you can hit follow and join us more in the future.
He
Problem is that-
has a lot more Bellers out than I thought he should have.
Nope, that's 4 Phantasmal images right there.
Oh, okay. It's not that many Bellers.
Oh, it might be Peaches by In the Valley Below. You may have just helped me out here. Is it like a kind of folky, newy song? No, it's not. Maybe it's Peaches. I don't think it's Peaches and Cream. Dang it. Man,
It's probably in the valley. It sounds like the one by In the Valley Below.
is that kind of folky? Anyway,
It
look at
sounds
all those
kind of
bellowers. Unfortunately, I think he
The
is
payoff card, or the last card he received was
attack for 1.
2. Exalted.
You're right.
He tapped the Noble Hierarch. He's attacking with the other.
Snap block.
Snap double block. Full on trade. Doesn't really matter anymore when you have 5, 6 5s.
Yep.
So unless we see a Supreme Verdict coming down in the mid-range deck, which I don't really see happening.
No, the big issue is that Joe can't cast this Hellraiser Goblin, but it doesn't matter because next turn there's 30 damage coming in from these Woodland Bellowers.
Yeah.
Unless Aaron could manage to target each of them. Which strikes me as unlikely.
Right. Nailed it.
I love the thumbs up from Aaron. He knows it. He thought exactly what you thought. I got there. You know, if he doesn't kill me for the next 4 turns, I'm going to have so many answers. Oh my goodness. A bash away, and
Crashing
Joe
in.
takes it with the Woodland Bellowers.
That was pretty good.
My goodness.
I think.
Bill Jonah People is back at it.
Yeah. I think Aaron shouldn't have been so aggressive with his Geist.
Would that truly have helped?
Probably not, but it's still.
I don't know. I mean,
It's hard to tell. In this case,
Joe was a
hindsight is not
ticking time
20/20.
bomb of 30 damage crashing in.
Yeah. It really
So,
was.
I guess I don't know. This is our League Night? I'm not sure what you mean by League Night. You actually love this Painter deck? The Painter deck is sweet. You also get to run, like, Upheaval. A 3
Yeah.
mana Upheaval in the deck. So with the Painter on green, you get to run Hibernation. Like,
Yeah,
Joe's
no,
deck
it's-
is just awesome. I love it.
It's a classic Joe deck too. It's just he does this kind of stuff all the time. Just crazy decks that if you don't know what he's doing, then you probably won't be able to beat it at least game 1. And then even once you know what he's doing,
It
if you
turns
don't-
out there's a backup plan.
yeah, it's like you also just can't beat it sometimes because he knows what he's doing.
Like FNM, yes. So we do Modern both Wednesdays and Saturdays here at Geek Fortress. And then we have Legacy on Fridays.
And maybe standard soon.
There's standards currently on Sundays and Mondays, and if they start firing enough and I can get at the people who want to cover the Sundays, then there's a chance for more Geek Fortress streams with some standard action.
We got 10 people last Sunday, was it? Or Monday? One of those days. 10 people, and it was so much fun.
Is Joe's deck a brew, or has it been a thing? It is a brew by Joe, though I believe it was originally conceptualized by Chase Hansen. By Chase In Your Face Hansen, Stryfo. However, what happened at the Painter deck? He was too busy looking for Peaches. He hardcasted a Woodland Bellower, which he grabbed a Phantasmal Image, which became a Woodland Bellower. So he grabbed a Phantasmal Image, which became a Woodland Bellower. So he grabbed a Phantasmal Image, which became a Woodland Bellower. And then he did it once more to just shorten the words. And then the next turn, he swung for 30. Yep.
Which is not a small amount of damage. Especially when your opponent has no creatures for blocking.
It's not a small amount of damage. Oh. No, that's Peach Squeeze Altar, Ninja. So there is a chance for some more Geek Fortress streams, which I would like there to be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you all have noticed, but the stream's kind of a big deal to me.
I don't know.
I know.
It's not like I watch you almost every single time you stream.
Do you?
Most of the time, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so nice. Here?
Not so much the Geek Fortress, but your personal stream.
My personal stream at twitch.tv/RedBaronMTG?
Yeah.
Wow. That's so
Shameless
nice
flex.
of you. Oh,
The
God.
flawless shit. That was not rehearsed, in case anybody was wondering.
That was, whew, feel like I nailed it. We have great personalities. Most people say that when they're trying to, insult you. So, thank you.
Insult or insult?
Both. My shoes have been a little bit worn down. Maybe she's noticing that my feet could use some support.
Could they? Bless you.
Close enough. There you go. Okay. Oh, goodness.
This is so much fun.
Right? My goodness. It's been a pleasure having you in the booth more often.
Yeah, I really enjoy it more than I thought I would.
I hear that.
Most of the time, because the first time I streamed, it was not bad, but I was really nervous. But now there's 300 people watching us, 200 people.
Easy.
Yeah, so
Probably like 6,000 times 100. It's good to see. You're a cobbler? No, you're a blacksmith. Also, she does blacksmithing.
Wait, really?
Well, she learned blacksmithing.
That's
right?
pretty cool.
I know.
You're a cobbler. Can you make me a pair of shoes?
Oh my goodness, how does one just make shoes?
At least 500.
Oh my goodness.
So I only wear steel toe boots. And I'm not sure how much it would cost, but if you could make me boots...
That sounds like the job for a blacksmith cobbler.
Right?
Rutro, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for hitting the follow or the sub button. 6 months in a row with Twitch Prime.
That's awesome. Did we make it to our 175 goal for subs?
We did not. We got to 162 and then we fell back down to 156.
Oh no.
I know.
I totally forgot that losing them was a thing.
Yep.
That's sad.
The month refreshes. So, Noble Hierarch on the battlefield from this. Aaron going for a fetch from this Scalding Tarn. Can make some sick moccasins.
I made a pair of moccasins once when I was, I think, in the 4th grade. Maybe earlier than that.
I once bought a pair of moccasins.
That somebody else has been walking in?
No, I believe they were new. However, I wouldn't be surprised if someone else had tried them on.
At least once.
At
Test
least.
them out. You gotta make sure they work.
I mean, if I didn't buy them, then
Bolt
someone
the
else would
bird.
be. No, that's actually a Noble Hierarch, but
Close enough.
this is my winking face. Honesty Dragon! Yes, it's so good to see you. Thank you
That's
so much for this
awesome.
sub. You are amazing. And that's coming from me, honestly.
No lie.
All right, now let's move on. We don't want to drag on with this subject.
There you go.
So Joe, you might note that he's just dropping down a lowly Noble Hierarch with a tapped Temple Garden. Aaron not putting down a whole lot of pressure yet.
He's playing the control game this time. He's not letting Joe have any fun.
No
As
fun
control
for
is
you.
one to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe's having a little bit of a rough go of it right now. Aaron in the driver's seat, but if
I
he
believe they
doesn't
both kept their
develop
opening
pressure-
7, so
Aaron's gonna have to come up with a way to actually develop some pressure, though.
yeah.
Huh.
Even if Joe makes it, but he's missing a land drop, so
Slow hands, I hear
just
you.
not letting him have anything.
Burn is sweet. Boros is a lot of fun. Flooded Strand going down for Aaron. Now, still ahead on life totals, because he's only fallen down to 19 for this fetch shock, I assume. Oh no, yeah, whatever. Sorry, just a touch fetch. Okay. So, Atarka, overrated. I run it in the sideboard.
It's phenomenal in Bushwhacker too.
Yep.
It's literally how I win most of my games.
Yep. Shows that Aaron doesn't have much action in hand. Yep. If he hasn't played out anything yet, he's probably just going to try and... Actually, I think I see nothing but burn spells and lands. Maybe a Snapcaster might be good.
Which I think it's fine for Aaron because Joe kept his hand because he had 2 mana dorks.
Aaron might run out of removal eventually, but not today.
But Joe is just missing land drops, so it
Oh,
almost
yeah.
doesn't matter. At some point, this becomes a game of someone's getting no lands,
Well,
and
here's
that's
the
why he
flip side,
loses.
though. Because if Joe draws into a land, he actually can just hibernation and reset the clock.
Just reset everything.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then he's not missing land drops, he's right back in line with it. Okay.
But missing yet another land. Do we know how many lands he's running?
Joe?
Yeah.
I don't.
I imagine 22.
I was thinking 23, so we're probably somewhere in that real
22 and a half.
Okay,
Split
sure.
right down the middle.
Cut a land in half. It's a split card now.
And just a Battis Skull. That is pretty good action.
Land and bust. Okay.
So,
well, that card's not bad.
Yeah.
Joe, I think he has the hibernation in hand right now.
Return that germ token to his hand.
Ooh, I
He
think
needs to throw it down. It's an instant speed though, right?
yes. And if you're not actually gonna be able to reap, well, you can play a land. Oh no, because he played.
Yeah, he
his
just
land
played
drop.
his land.
So maybe you want to wait, take
Is it-
the 4 damage, and
That's
go
what I was
Aaron's
thinking.
instant.
So
But
you can start with 1 land ahead.
that gets kind of weird because what if Aaron has a counterspell? You don't think that he does because he hasn't previously, but you just don't know. So do
Looks
you
like
go for it when
going-
he's
Nope, he's
Eternal
winning.
Witness for probably the fetch if he
Yeah.
has one?
Well-
Oh, no hierarchy.
Oh, he doesn't have a fetch in board. Or in grave.
He has been fetchless.
He has been fetchless. That is so not fetch.
It's actually pretty interesting. Joe did apply to be in Mean Girls 3. Movie wasn't made.
Unfortunate.
He also didn't get the part.
I feel like
It's double whammy.
double whammy. Why do people insist on using D6s to support extra life?
I don't know. I guess the same reason you use it as support extra life, like it's software. Our software doesn't seem to be uploading. Those are the players, Texas. Those are the players. Huh. That might explain it. It's weird.
And is he gonna bring it down? He's bringing it down.
Oh, yeah.
He's bringing it down.
Oh, Joe's gotten
Oh.
sleepy.
Bringing it down.
He's going to need to hibernate. I'm sorry. I've got bad jokes today. I'm terrible. I'm
One
just
card
the
in
worst.
hand, and it does not seem to be a cryptic.
Nope. So hibernation coming on down. Let's take a look at this card. We are gonna scoop him up. Joe not having made his
Wow,
land
it
drop
really
for the
feels
turn.
like they're scooping.
Like, check this out. Land Noble Hierarch, and suddenly Joe's kind of back in the driver's seat.
It does. It is nice to start with a ancestral vision on turn 0, though.
That's a good point.
Joe having choosing discard a phantasmal image.
Odd choice.
It's a very odd choice.
Well, without many creatures on the board, I guess it makes sense to me. But we might see an Eternal Witness.
and I
which
guess
can
he
just
doesn't
get
want to
back.
cast them anyways. He wants to find them from his deck.
Yep, search them up.
Yeah.
I'll dig it up.
So if there's still the other 3 in the deck, then he can still
And certainly, 24 is probably enough.
almost know. Because he's at 23 with the Battis Skull in hand.
Good point. You're confused why fetches don't work? Can someone explain? What do you mean by fetches not working? Fetches do work.
I think stop trying to make fetch happen might be confusing him.
Ah, that's a movie quote.
Fetches do work. If you're referring to why he didn't get a fetch with his Eternal Witness earlier, it's because he didn't have a fetch in his graveyard to target.
He is not so fetch. So we could see... I don't think he has many 2-mana plays, but he just drew into a Birds of Paradise, which, by the way, is a gorgeous Birds of Paradise. But 25.
25.
Oh, now that's a deep reference, the Brawn Bomber. That is a deep reference, and I like it.
Ooh, so Coleman.
Oh, what card made them all green permanents? That would be our friend, not our mentor. In fact, the painter's servant. Now, I assume that that's Peach Squeeze Altars hanging out in the chat. I assume. So, this must be your servant. Z, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being the rock star that you are.
Z Magic C2. Coleman that count 1.
And
Alright,
Now-
so Joe is doing what the deck is supposed to do, playing Mana Dorks, making things green.
And Aaron is sitting on 2 lands. Like,
So now
Joe is
untap,
so far ahead on
going up
mana.
to
A Woodland Bellower just straight up
5.
wins. Coming up soon.
Yeah.
And he just drew into a Cryptic Command, so he can even
Play land, attack, and pass.
and he could even answer this Ancestral Vision. Like, this Hibernation is actually turning out to be an enormous game changer because Joe
Yeah,
was
that's-
so far behind.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. I was not expecting this big of a turn
We
to
saw
happen.
3 different Mana Dorks killed while Joe was missing land drops.
Mm-hmm.
We saw 2 of them in a
Yeah.
Painter Servant,
Yeah.
but then he missed land drops for like 3 turns. And then suddenly Joe is in such an advantageous position because of that Hibernation. It is remarkable, actually.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's. I'm really enjoying this game. Good evening, Adorable.
What a great name.
It is.
And a
Ragtusk,
shocking, but to put in a Thragtusk, that feels worth.
right?
Up to 16 with a 5/3 on the board. It doesn't get removed particularly well. Like, this is just absurd. And attacking for 2, because why not?
Because
Oh.
why?
Like, this is just silly.
And then the cards that Aaron has, like
They just don't line up right.
his 3-drop is a Geist, which I feel like is not fantastic at the moment.
Not against a Thragtusk, because
Not
that's
against
a
a
5-drop.
5/3. Yeah.
Your 3-drop doesn't line up to the 5-drop. This just in. And like, even if Aaron gets that Venge again, you could go Hibernation again. It's in hand.
Yeah.
He might just try and hold on to this, get a little bit of aggression, attack for 6, and then just try and go for the Cryptic Command on that Ancestral Vision, however.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason why Joe isn't winning just right now is because he doesn't have the 6th land.
No,
But you swing it for 6.
If
Because
Aaron has
why
anything-
not? Oh, and we got a Snapcaster bolting it.
Ooh.
I would just counter the snap.
I'm not sure if that's quite necessary. But I think because like this card has already gotten value. Aaron's now down a Snapcaster, and if you're gonna be countering that, then he's gonna be running out of resources. And you've still got a 3/3 that beats everything on the board right now. Plus, you've got your eventual combo. No, do we have a backup Thragtusk?
Oh, please say yes. No, he's gonna send everything back.
Oh, we're just gonna float 5, leave ourselves with 2 mana remaining. Aaron likely gonna have to discard after this Ancestral Vision.
Well, he already. No, Joe discarded the first time, the
'Cause-
first Hibernation. So you just played two dudes and a land.
Yep.
Jeez Louise.
Token Binder's still MIA.
No, we found it,
It's
but it's now a token box. There's a Modern Master box thing next to it with a bunch of tokens in it.
Is that from the binder?
I don't know.
Oh, probably someone just left a bunch of the stuff there because that's what people do.
Yeah. But token binder was found. Steven hid it and didn't tell anyone where he hid it.
Well, he hid. The people that he told forgot.
That's fair.
Yeah. So,
Aaron
Joe,
sitting with half his deck in his hand.
pretty much, but like, I'll play a land, and then you
Just
pick
a white source.
your best 7.
I feel like this is Joe's game to lose now.
Yep. This is just silly, but in like the best possible way. And Aaron now he does get to sculpt his absolute best 7 here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit surprised that he must not have a lightning bolt in hand, because playing out a red source and then bolting one of these 2 things could be a pretty important play.
Yeah.
Because Joe untapping with 4 mana is potentially difficult. Thank you, Techno Squirrel.
Sorry.
Man, I honestly be like, it'd be like instead of like 100 beats per minute, it'd be like
Mm-hmm.
3,000, and the squirrels would just be getting down. Do we have a deck list for the Painter combo deck? There might be an old
I think he has one
really
online.
old. There might be a really old shell on our tapped out account.
Yeah. I would try looking at the tapped out account.
There's possibly a really old shell for it, but I don't know.
Because I'm sure he's played it at an event at some point here. And so we put it on.
It is Build Your Own Upheaval, yes. It is Build Your Own Upheaval.
Yeah, honestly, for the most part, you've seen almost all of his tech that he runs in it.
You've seen the upheavals in game 2. We saw the Woodland Bellower combo in turn 1.
We even saw that he does, in fact, run past main board.
And we've got Eternal Witness. What shall we get back?
Hibernation.
Weird. Look at that. Against a deck that
Swing for one.
doesn't seem to have
Establish
counter
dominance.
spells. Like, the deck doesn't seem to have counter spells, so Joe can just keep resetting the board until he feels like he's guaranteed the win.
Yeah.
And certainly I think Aaron's drawing a lot more cards than Joe, so maybe he'll just go for the will. The win by mill.
I can dig it.
That'd be miserable. That'd be so miserable. Just every single time. Reset it. Reset it. The Eternal Witness, get it back. Hope you weren't intending to play Magic. Oh. But
This is, it's practically a mono green control deck.
it's the Biosphere. It's back. Man, that's we've been meaning to get back the Legacy Biosphere back. Chaos, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that. There are some incredible Magic streams on this weekend. I am fully aware of that. In fact, I was actually watching some of them. But, like, the fact that you were all here means the world to us.
Absolutely.
Incantation, thank you so much for hitting that follow button, but like not to incentivize you all to leave, but we are currently going up against Magic and Star City. Like, and obviously most of the people are watching that. But the fact that you are all here means a lot to us. Am I serious about doing coverage on Star? Oh yeah, I'm going to. That or Magic. That is my intent, and I'm gonna chase it. So we are going to Primal Command, and we're gonna jam a Lama. What do you think we're gonna get?
I don't know. Well, he's got 6 mana now, so he's getting.
Probably the Woodland Bellower seems
The
the most
Woodland Bellower
intuitive.
is what he's going to be getting. Gaining 7 life
Not
because
bad.
he doesn't want to die.
It's not shabby.
He's thinking about it, and he has decided the Woodland Bellower.
Thought about it.
But he hesitated for just a second.
I mean, Conorm, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. The Star City one was pretty cool. It was actually really cool.
What are you doing?
I'm saluting Neurotoxina back, but in that exact format of a 77 kind of thing. It's a salute.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, some raw footage of me. Don't I do that like?
Footage of what?
Don't I do raw footage for like 35 hours a week? I don't know what you mean by that. Hit me up on Twitter or something, or a whisper or something like that.
Yeah, send a whisper.
And we'll talk.
A whisper.
A whisper. I see what you're doing there. I had started whispering because you were whispering. Oh, peer pressure got me. Oh my goodness. It got the best of me. Okay. Modern Painter, yes it is. Alright, let's break it down really quick. Seismic Wave, first of all, that's super funny. Second of all...
Mick-Wave.
Okay, Painter Servant will be naming green. You get 2 combos with this. 1, Hibernation. Blue, 2, for an instant that returns all green permanents to their owner's hand. When everything's green, it's an upheaval. That's why this deck is also sometimes known as Build Your Own Upheaval. But it's only known to people who have played against it before, which is why we don't say that as the deck name. The other one is Woodland Bellower, a 6-mana, 6/5 creature that when it enters the battlefield, find a green creature card with CMC 3 or less from your library, put it into play. If Painter is on green, you grab Phantasmal Image, which becomes a Woodland Bellower. So you grab a Phantasmal Image, etc., etc., until you have 5 Woodland Bellowers. Then you grab a Hellraiser Goblin, the 2 and a red 3-mana Goblin that gives creatures you control haste and attacks each turn if able. Then you bash for 30.
Yep.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Straight up. Look at that Woodland Bellower coming down from Joe now. Now we get to demonstrate this one. The Painter Servant naming green at the moment. Joe with 2 extra mana available. A Snapcaster coming down, and we might be seeing a Path to Exile here. But that, I don't think, is going to have... Oh, on the Painter.
No, he targeted the Bellower.
Nice. Because now the Phantasmal Image can't get the Woodland Bellower.
Ooh, so he's just going to grab...
A Rock Swarmunk.
Rock Swarmunk.
So
because why not?
Because why not? Why not run a 3-mana 3/4 with Lifelink? Oh my goodness.
Now I understand why you want to path the 6/5 because
Sure.
it's gigantic, would not pathing the Painter Servant.
He would have gotten the Rock Swarm Monk either way.
Right. Either way, he would have gotten that. But
the mentality behind it.
But then getting rid of the Painter Servant means he can't upheaval you anymore.
True.
And
it's possible that his
even
intent,
if he wanted to, he couldn't get another Phantasmal Image.
It's possible that he has another Snapcaster in hand, and his intent is to untap and maybe take out the Painter Servant.
It's possible.
That would be my suspicion.
It looks like a Painter Servant a Phantasmal Image was played in copying Noble Hierarch, so you get 2 Exalted triggers. So Painter swings in, getting 2 triggers, 4/3, putting Aaron down at 50.
Otherwise, a 3/4 lifelink, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
Shoot some people?
Yeah. I mean, there's like a school, 3 blocks away?
At least.
So that's probably close enough.
I really like this card, mostly because it is just banned.
It's not banned. Thanks. We're done. Batterskull. Do we have a list for this Bellerita? Hey, Curry, if you're willing to post the list, you are more than welcome to post that link if you still have it up. So, Joe, best part is that he's still got this Hibernation in hand. He could just reset and do this again.
Yeah.
Like, he is sitting right now on 9, 10 mana.
But also, you swing in with Rock's Warmonk.
Sure.
I know. I don't know.
There's
just
a 4/4.
no reason.
But why not just pay 3 mana?
No, just tap.
And
What is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You have 7 mana. You have 7 mana after casting it. You can cast every single card that's on the battlefield right now.
Because why not, right?
And then just be back down, and then Aaron is back down to 1.
Honestly,
that deck list is pretty out of date, but it should be a good frame for what you can see from this deck.
Did Joe play the land this turn?
That is a Phantasmal Image, which is also a Noble Hierarch. I don't believe he's played a land yet.
I think he did, because he had 6 mana last turn.
This Rock Swarmmonk now beats the Batterskull in combat with 3 Exalted triggers. This is now a 6/7 attacking Rock Swarmmonk.
It already beat the Batterskull.
True.
But now it doesn't die to a double block.
Also true. But Joe not willing to take
I
that
feel like
chance.
you should just start beating in the face with
I
birds.
actually agree with you there, but that's
like
okay.
either Warmonk or just birds.
I agree that I guess the flip side there. What's with the Rock Swarmmonk over chat? That's a Rock Swarmmonk at the bottom right of the battlefield. It's just a different art because Joe has this deck gorgified.
Yeah.
I think that's the colloquial term.
Just yeah, I think so.
Went and saw some bands at the Gorge the other day. Don't
Are you
know
just
why I
saying that,
became-
or
I am just saying that.
okay? I didn't think you went to the gorge, but I wasn't going to just tell you you're wrong.
You think I have time to go to the Gorge?
No.
You probably did. You're like, I'm calling you out on that one, TJ. When do you have free time to go to a concert? I don't. That's the Hellraiser Goblin. Can cast it, funnily enough. Shouldn't, but can. Is Joe actually up a game? Yes.
So those who have looked at Joe's list, does he run more than one Bellower? I don't know.
I don't know, actually. How does Modern Painter win? See, I think we made a command about this one time. Painter Servant, naming green. Way to control the board is with Hibernation. Blue card that allows you to return all green permanents to their owner's hand. That's everything. Nice. That was actually an attacking 3/4 bird, but not anymore. Cryptic Command.
I like it.
Dang. And he can still cast another one with the 3 Noble Hierarchs. And I think he's got another in hand. Show me. Oh, we're going to dispel it? Are we going to double Cryptic? Joe, honestly, truly, Joe has the... Okay, so he's not going to because Joe absolutely has the capacity to make that play just for the story. But it looks like he's going to save that one because he doesn't really need to yet. More than likely, he's just going to try and go for another Hibernation because he has got a huge mana advantage.
He can still go 6 mana.
Icy Sound, it's good to see you. Oh,
He's hibernating
goodness.
with 3 left over. What do you play? I don't think he's played a land this turn.
Joe?
Yeah. You have 3 mana. And you only have 1 mana dork.
Probably.
So So you have 4 mana now.
Land Noble Hierarch, Eternal Witness, get back Hibernation. But that's not... I'm not convinced on that.
I kind of want him...
We also may not have the Eternal Witness anymore. So, yes, that is exactly it impacted...
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to do. So he has 2 Hierarchs.
Oh my goodness, we do still have it! Thank you, Doro. Doro, you are the best.
I like how it starts off with, so.
So, Painted Servant, naming green. That's actually really funny. I
Yeah.
didn't even notice that.
Explain Painter. Alright, we need to have, like, obscure commands. Like, a list of obscure commands that we need whenever Joe gets here.
We could just type commands and find them. Namachi, it's good to see you. So, we are actually just going to use the mana to create a second Noble Hierarch.
Yep.
Aaron's back down to 1. He's got a bolt in hand. Probably just going to fire this off at probably the original Noble Hierarch.
Yeah, it makes it harder for him to...
Only
one
half
when you
are
don't have
obscure
one.
commands. Ugh. Here's an obscure list you're looking for. Anyone running Rug Eternal Command. It's funny you mention that. Joe has done that too.
Yeah.
Joe has done that too. Because he's Joe.
It looks like we are officially going on the middle plan at this point.
Honestly, it's... I mean, if he is down to only 1 Woodland Bellower, that is pretty much it. Austere Command? Not sure what you mean about Austere Command, but he does run Primal Command and Cryptic Command. So Austere Command would be a pretty cool way to complete the cycle in this Bant deck.
Yeah.
Discarding cards, and Joe gonna go for a Phantasmal Image copying the Noble Hierarch.
Ugh. This is almost not okay.
Almost? Or absolutely is.
Yes.
Nice. I don't think we have any 2-mana removal. Aaron putting up a good fight. He's up life total. He's been doing a good job of stopping Joe from just winning.
Yeah, I feel like he has done...
When the image die, it doesn't target. The ability just says it copies a creature on the battlefield. It does not target... the ability does not say target anywhere in its text. That's a very, it's tricky. Most clones don't say the word target. It's a pretty weird ability, but it does allow them to get around abilities like Hexproof as well.
Oh, and we get to see a Warmonk coming down 2 turns before...
Sorry, I'm dying.
It's okay. We all are.
That's depressing. Let's not be like that. Rock's Warmonk on the battlefield.
Coming down 2 turns earlier than Aaron's Batter Skull.
Yep, aimed at Painter Servant, naming green out.
We're assuming. That awkward moment where he names white instead.
Whoops. How come the graveyards are so big but only 2 lands in play? That's such a good question. Oh my goodness. Let me, Doro, if you could do the honors. Okay. There's going to be a command popping up. Please take a moment to read that one. It will explain the combo. The short story is that it's hibernation, so Aaron has had to discard hand size more than anything.
Yeah.
As well as just firing off tons of removal.
Oh, and now we finally see a Geist of Saintcraft.
Geist of Saintcraft up against an attacking 5/6.
Jeez.
And he's got the Woodland Bellower in hand. If he drops a land, he actually is holding the win.
And he
But 2
there's
Phantasmals.
no way he doesn't have a land.
But he might be a low on
2
Phantasmal.
Phantasmals and 1 in the...
He may not have, he may only have the ability to get
He's going for it,
1
though.
extra.
Yeah, he's got 1 in the graveyard and then 2 on the battlefield. So if he can get 1 more and then swing for 12.
He's going
12,
for
13,
another
14,
Woodland
15.
Bellower. He no longer has the Hellraiser Goblin. That was in his hand earlier.
That's right. That's what he's looking for right now.
Where are they all? Oh, okay. They're all gone. So he only had the 1 left, and now it's just finding another value green creature. You might as well just
Ewit.
probably
I guess I don't know what else he's running, but I would assume
Eternal
Ewit.
Witness, Scavenging Ooze, Kitchen Finks, or like a Noble Hierarch.
Kitchen Finks wouldn't be terrible. Actually, no. You want the Scoos. You want Scavenging so bad.
Scavenging Ooze is
There's
good
so
for
many
opposing
creatures in the graveyard.
Snapcasters. Scavenging Ooze is really good against opposing Snapcasters if he gets to untap.
That makes sense.
But
I understand that.
you can also take a bunch of Exalted triggers and attack with a 6/7 Rock Swarmonk.
Yeah.
And that's not shabby. You know, he's up to 23, and
There's
honestly,
been a lot of life changes on both sides.
there have been.
Going up and down.
That's
You're
true.
getting your work cut out.
That's a great point. Let's remember that in this game too. This has felt like 4 distinctly different games.
Yeah.
This all started off on Joe playing at a noble, getting it bolted, playing at a noble, getting it bolted, missing land drops for 3 turns, I think,
Yeah.
before he hit his 3rd land drop, casted Hibernation, and since then he has felt in the driver's seat the entire time.
Yeah.
Aaron was
But-
so solidly ahead with an Ancestral Vision suspended.
But even still, Aaron, that was this game, wasn't it? I forgot about that.
I know.
But even still, like, Aaron has actually played almost perfectly for the position that he's in to not only stop Joe, but also, you know, over time, deal some damage, you know, gain life for himself. It's been a lot of back and forth.
The Painter's Servant makes all creatures green, which is why he was able to find the Phantasmal Image to Polly Pocket. And let's just keep bashing in. Now here's where the Scavengers looked good.
Yeah.
Looks like Joe has got an answer of his own. That's a Void Slam on the triggered ability. Oh no,
They
it's
just
just a
countered
counter.
the spell.
I wanted it to be the triggered ability. It's way cooler.
Yeah.
I got
but
excited about
I think Joe's ready for this particular game to be done.
Void Slam? Why is he not running Disallow? Actually, you know, Void Slam might be easier on his mana. No, it's not.
Oh, no, he's targeting
He's targeting the
Phantasmal Image,
he's targeting the 6/5.
which kills it, but he does not gain 3 life because the spell fizzles.
Correct.
Which, at some point, it's still gaining you 3 life.
And you're
It's
still
gaining
attacking.
you 6 life.
And you're still attacking for 9.
Yeah.
So Aaron is either losing the Geist or falling to 5.
And he's choosing to fall to 5.
This whole matchup has been straight
Gain 3,
bonkers.
back up to 26, up to 26.
So is Plan A Hibernation or Bellower Image Chain into Goblin? Both.
Uh,
You hibernation until like playing a 6 mana spell as your win condition isn't really feasible in Modern, unless of course you've restarted the game a couple of times.
yeah,
But
well,
you-
like, on turn, 3 or 4, you typically
Float
want to wait
5.
4 or 5, yeah. Float 5 mana, cast Hibernation, you have 2 left over, you cast 2 mana dorks, you play a land past turn.
Now you've got 4 men on your turn too, and they have 1.
Yeah, and it's oftentimes going to be nothing important that they've already cast all their 1-drops that they have in hand, all their removals, because, well, that's what you're supposed to do in the early game. For them, it was the late game that then became the early game.
This game is insane in every way.
We did not see Batterskull come down.
So we attacked
Interesting
in.
choice.
Our timer may not be exactly correct, but it is close. The point. Oh no, actually they just entered turn 1. I was
You were
spot
on
on.
point.
I was on point. Thank you.
On fleek, as someone say.
Attacking for lethal.
Oh, if only he had a bird.
He does have the Celestial Colonnade, I suppose. But if
But
Joe
you can't
has
activate it. It takes 5 to activate.
true. He could activate it, but then it'd just be tapped.
The most useful colonnade is the one you can't block with.
What's the gold card next to Painter? Rock Swarmonk.
It's a 3/4 with lifelink, and its mana cost is Bant. Blue, white, and green.
Does Joe have a Cryptic Command just to tap, just to counter the spell? Or do you wait to see what else he might have?
No, you have to counter Snap, because Snap can still block for...
Well, you could wait until he picks the spell, and then counter that spell and tap the team, potentially. Oh, actually, looks like Joe's okay with this, actually.
Why wouldn't you be okay with
You've
it?
got 2 more turns.
So you probably targeted Bolt, blocks, and then bolts in the combat to kill the Bellower. But he's still down to 2, and now... Even if he does bolt the
With 3
Bellower.
Noble Hierarchs out, everything's lethal.
Hibernation? No, it's just a Finks.
It's a Kitchen Finks, but notably the 3 Noble Hierarchs means that he still has Cryptic Command up.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness, he's probably going to win this at the end of turns. This is just bonkers. Gonna try and
he-
Helix that.
Pick Helix to gain life.
Yep.
But you just cryptic this. Save your dude. Stop his life gain.
Counter that, and
Draw a
draw a card. Draws into a. Why would you do that? And not. I might almost just. Actually, I don't
Bounce
even know
what?
what I would do. Bounce the colonnade maybe, so that he can't block with it. But he's dead to everything anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Joe now has 3 creatures that are all lethal. And the most that Aaron can do that we can see feasibly right now is only 2 creatures. He could play Batter Skull. So he could block the 6/5, gain 4, block the 3/4, and take 3. So he'd be at 3 with nothing on board.
Or, possibly you're trying to do some more Snapcaster shenanigans.
He's played a lot of Snapcasters already.
Constant Flaw, it's good to see you. Don't worry, command will pop up soon to help describe what's happening on the board for you, but we're actually just about at the end of it as well.
What? I like it.
What?
We've explained it many times,
What?
so
What?
we have a command for it.
We're attacking in, and Aaron
And
picks him up.
swoop. On turn 3.
Oh my goodness.
That was awesome.
What a game.
That was awesome.
Joe
Like, I
takes
really
it down.
didn't think Joe was going to win this game.
The amount of spice in the store is insane
Yeah.
right now. We've got that out. We've got Swan's Living End in the store, which I'm quite excited about. There is a rug loam deck. There's a rug
Oh, yeah.
Life in the
Nick's
Loam
here.
deck out there. There's a teamer Life in the Loam deck that is running Seismic Assault.
Mm-hmm. We've got a lot. So it's like, I showed up a little bit late. Like right at 6 is when I got here. And so people were already here, but I heard you and other people talking like, at like 5:55 there was nobody in the store. And then when I sat down to chow down real quick, like I watched like so many people who I haven't seen in months. I haven't seen them in months.
Oh,
walking
yeah.
through the door, and it's just like, it's one of the nobody said that they were coming. Like everyone just decided to show up all on the same day, and
Within
they
the same
bring
4 minutes.
Yeah, and they all brought some spicy brews.
All right, let's head on up and let's see if we can get ready for round 2. We'll see you all up there.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. My name's TJ.
I'm Texas.
And this is the Geek Fortress stream where you can join us 3 times a week for Modern and Legacy action. It's always all kinds of fun here. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
I'm 23.
I'm 25.
I mean,
My feelings are flawed. They betray me. This is why I'm on the Jedi Council, but I'm not a master.
yeah, it's true.
Man, pretty cool memes is leaking. Oh my goodness. I think Joe has a Sun Dodger. It's good to see you. Be careful of that sun. It's getting into the summer months, so if you want to keep dodging that sun, always wear sunscreen. I believe a famous person said it best. Anyway, thanks for being here. It's good to have you here. Time for TJ karaoke. Ooh, that's more of a personal stream that I do a lot of that.
Yeah,
A lot though. Do you remember the time that I started freestyle rapping? That was pretty bad.
yeah, we'll go with bad.
I had been biking for like 5 hours.
I know.
I was exhausted.
I was there.
Is there a lot of Tron? I don't think so.
I don't know if we have any Tron tonight.
There's not much.
Patrick is here, so we do have an Eldrazi Tron.
I said duck.
Close.
I'm not sure if there's many
Autocorrected?
redundant ducks out there.
Round 2 is up.
What?
Do you have a match, or do you want to find one?
I was asking to see if you guys want to have any requests.
I am a big fan of what you're playing, what Nick is playing, and what Tristan is playing.
Okay.
But I'm totally down for other stuff as well.
Okay.
But those are the decks that I have in my mind.
Are
see
any
if
of
I
those
can
3
get Nick
playing
one.
each other? Because
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
All that bike into the gorge? Exactly. Exactly. You're more of a Blood Moon man yourself?
Okay.
So am I. Lightning bolts and blood moons are basically my jam. Some kind of death and taxes, we can definitely keep our eyes open for that as well. Thank you, Sun Dodger. That is super kind of you, though. Your support is hugely appreciated, getting us up to 157 of our 175 goal for subscribers. Thank you so very, 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 very much. It's truly, truly incredible, the support that this community gives us. Okay, Dora, you're supposed to go out tonight, but you didn't. Oh, you might not. Now you gotta stick around. You gotta stick around. Slow Hands, our modern scene is amazing. We have a good mix. Like, we have some of the top decks. We do. We've got Affinity, Eldrazi-tron, Death Shadow. These are all here. But we also have Build Your Own Upheaval. There is just everything. There is just everything. Sorry. You love that
Okay.
big mana? Big mana's great. I love just about everything.
Are you ready for some names and some deck names?
I'm so ready for them. Hit me
Go
with
with
your
Willie.
best shot.
Dun, dun, Sure. Nick,
Oh.
Merfolk,
Yes.
and Nick's deck.
Yes.
Oh, he's playing Teamer?
Yeah, he's got... This is a deck that is running Deprive, which is one of my favorite counter spells in Modern, actually.
Yeah.
Blue, return a land you control to its owner's hand to counter a spell, but in a deck that is running Seismic Assault
Mm-hmm.
and Life from the Loam, like, this deck has very much the potential to be sweet. TJ, listen to music. I still can't say the foreign words because people have deceived me into saying some other stuff, but I will do my best to try and remember that. Is it Eternal Command? No, this is Seismic Loam.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be interesting against Merfolk, which is, of course, one of the big tribal decks, tribal aggro deck. A little, like, not strictly an aggro deck, not strictly... It's definitely kind of walks the line between a lot of different things, between kind of tempo, aggro. It wears many hats.
Yeah, it really does.
And most of them float away underwater.
That's fair.
Yeah. Let's head on down to the field and see for ourselves. What do we have?
Modern?
Oh, never mind. They're already going. So, a Curse Catch. No, they're good. They're already started.
Yeah, no, I told him.
Oh, okay. Oh, was that a... Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Nick's playing my Goyfs. And by my Goyfs, I mean the Goyfs that he let me borrow, and then I held on to them for 6 months.
Kellery, I do remember you, actually. It is good to see you. Kellery45, welcome back. Hold on. I do remember your name, and I remember something else. Hold on. Let me know if I'm totally off here. Let me know if I'm totally off. It's
I want you to be
very
right
possible.
on.
But is your name actually TJ? We're going to have a Lightning Bolt take down the Curse Catcher.
No, you read that right, Brom. You read that right.
So this is Seismic Assault on Life Alone. But Kelly, I feel like it is. And I'm truly sorry if that's not the case. But what... Told you I remember you. God, I'm good.
You are good.
Oh my goodness, why do I suck at real people? Like, not even like real people
Suck at
names.
real
Why do I
people.
suck at like names in like real
That
life?
was a really good point in that sentence to like stop and
I
try
know.
to explain it.
I
I
care.
suck at real people.
No, but like, why am I so bad at like names in person? But like these ones, I'm just like boom. Oh my goodness, probably because I like.
Because your
learned
face
it.
recognition doesn't work very well.
That's probably true, but I do like visual. I'm a visual.
Right.
learner. So if I
Well-
see the name,
Well, and I'm the same way at work. Like somebody
Exactly.
can tell me what I did like at 1 o'clock and I won't know, but if I read like the number of item that I did at 1 o'clock, then I'll know exactly what it is.
exactly. You're right. The thumbnails do need updating. Oh my goodness. Is Living End worth the investment? I would say yes, because the only expensive card in the deck is Fulminator Mage, and that goes into many other things.
Yeah, and it's sweet to run Fulminator Mage main board anyways.
Yeah. Okay. DJ Captain Doro.
That's a really cool Seismic Assault
Right.
picture.
Oh yeah, it's like the fist coming in and
Yeah.
like smacking a bird.
Smacking a bird.
Yeah. What's up, Glorious Visionary? So, 2 lands out for Nick. One of them a Steam Vent, one of them a Copperline Gorge. The Lightning Bolt taking down that Curse Catcher early on. Willie with a Silvergill Adept on the battlefield. One of actually the more important cards in this deck because of its ability to cantrip.
Yeah.
It's such a useful resource for hitting extra lands, keeping your hand full. This card off of something like an Ether Vial,
Mhm.
deceptively powerful play.
Yeah. It really, really is.
Nick casting a Life in the Loam. The engine is getting ready to roll. Note that he also does have a Jace in hand, and that is actually a Jace Beleren, the original party Jace.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's an interesting choice.
Well, because it's a 3, so he's running one of that and one of the new Nissa with an X cost in it. Currently unsure whether or not minusing to draw a card is better than plussing to scry 2, but it works quite well with the Dredge engine, as well as it draws cards.
Yeah.
It's a classic mid-rangey value card. So, another Silvergale Adept and an Ether Vial coming off. I do apologize for my cough, everybody. I'm working very hard to get rid of it. But the new Nissa is actually insane. It's pretty sweet. He's trying it out for the first time today. I truly don't think that Nick has played this deck in probably a year and a half.
Yeah, that's pretty close. It was mostly because he gets
He got
bad
busy.
luck.
Well, he got busy. He's been working for, like,
Well, I
he
mean,
got a job that does not allow him to come out and play with us.
living with him for a while he had that job, I know for a fact that he could have.
You wanted to call him out like that on stream? That's rude.
But
You're rude.
that's fair. No, I am. He
That's
said
true.
rudely.
I know, that was like, you're rude. I'm not. Oh, goodness. So,
But no, for Nick it was really he just had a whole lot of bad luck. Like matchups he should have won, he just never seemed to be able to. And we're getting the loam down or the seismic assault down right away.
Seismic Assault with a Life in the Loam in the graveyard. Against a creature-based
I think he's
aggro
got
deck.
one in hand too. Yeah, no, that's the one he had in the graveyard.
He is now going up a creature-based aggro deck with lands in hand and a Life in the Loam.
Yep. Seems good.
Dying. Shot of whiskey helps the medicine go down. I will try that out later. Today. So, Seismic Assault. Discard a land. 2 damage to target creature or player. We're going to attack for 4. Honestly, I might be willing to just... I don't know. Falling down to 8 is risky, though.
Yeah, no, he's gonna go for it.
Yeah. Because you can untap, fire off this Life in the Loam, and suddenly you've got 6 more points of burn in your hand.
Yeah.
And if Willie's not going for it now, it's unlikely to happen. The big issue here is that Nick's engine does not work against a Master of Waves.
That's right. Because pro-red.
Because the protection from red. However,
Because Seismic Assault is the one dealing the damage. It's not the land dealing the damage.
correct. Now, remember that Willie does have this Ether Vial, so Nick does need to be cautious about a Curse Catcher. With 3 lands out, however, he can get past that pretty easily.
Yeah.
He
Looks
can
like he's
also...
got a Chalice in him too.
And he also has the Deprive to be able to actually counter this Master of Waves if he needs to.
Yeah.
He just needs to be aware of if he wants to hold up the mana for it.
He's just gonna go for loam right now. Getting, it looks like, what, 2 lands back? Nope. He's
No,
not the
full
third.
3. I'm sorry.
I forgive
I'm
you.
dying. I am dying right now. Oh my goodness.
So, Nick only needs to throw 10 lands at his opponent's face.
Yeah, he's making sure that he can hold up Deprive right now, I think.
Yeah.
Though he knows about the Curse Catcher.
Oh, I just realized why Deprive is so good in this deck.
Yeah, you bring a land back to your hand.
Because you put a land back into your hand, and now you have 2 damage in your hand.
Oh
There
my
is a
goodness.
Curse Catcher.
Why was there a price in Seismic Assault lately? Swans, actually.
Yeah, Swans has been doing
Because
some things.
because Saffron Olive did a Swans deck,
Yeah.
mostly. And people like that card.
He just recently made a Super Friends deck in Standard.
He
And
makes
it
a
looks
lot of
pretty
things.
sweet. I mean, that's what he does. I recognize that. I understand that.
But that does sound fun.
But yeah.
Is it mostly Gideons?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mostly Gideons, but he still runs Nissas and a couple of... And here he's...
You mean the other good Planeswalker?
Yeah.
Every good Planeswalker is either a Gideon, a Nissa, or the one Nahiri.
I mean, you just named all the
All the
good
good
ones in Standard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
It's weird.
I think there's better ones that aren't in Standard.
That's absolutely true.
Okay. You were just talking about Standard.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I am on the same page, and I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm seeing the 4-9 come down. Do you just go for the Master Wave? Does he have the Master in hand?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Murph, it's good to see you. Thank you
That's
so much for the
many
cheers.
bits.
That's so many bits.
Bits
Thank
and
you
bits and bits.
so very much. You are great. Murph, member of the Rogues Guide. If you see him in chat, be sure to hit that follow button. Join him more in the future. But he can still beat this. Like, he doesn't need to cast the Deprive until after he shocks the Curse Catcher, potentially.
Yeah.
Like this.
Curse Catcher dies. Activate Deprive. I don't know why I'm activating it.
Activate.
Casting it.
Cascade Bluffs back to hand and saying, hey, you're not going to be able to cast that this turn. Plus, that's another land in hand, so he can, again, shock something else.
Yeah, if he needs to.
Nick is in a pretty
Now
decent
this is
position.
before attacks.
This Ether Battle is also going to be pretty good for Willie to be able to actually get more creatures and possibly go bigger or wider than the Seismic Assault.
So at
Seismic
this
Assault.
point, any lord that he plays, Nick can just assault it, right? Like even if he cheats it in with File, because all of them are less than 2/2s.
Correct.
Or less than 3/2s.
If you were to put in a Lord, he could kill it, just because it does not give itself a boost.
Right.
It would take 2 of them, and we might, like, if Willie plays out 1 and then is patient until Nick tries to fire off 1 at it, he could put in another Lord. The only problem at that point is that, it would take 3 lands for Nick to be able to kill both of them.
Right.
So, it definitely does become kind of this patience game for Willie, but he also needs to apply pressure at the same time. It's a weird balance that he's going to have to strike against this, now that this engine is online. Either way, this deck is brilliant. Actually, Nick, one of the innovators for this deck, there was a long time like a MTG Salvation thread, and he was actually one of the main admins of the page.
Yeah.
And innovators.
And we see another shock a creature take 2
I'm dying.
and untapping, and he's going to dredge.
Weird
As
that he would
per he
dredge.
should. Is that prophetic?
Nope, that's a Kyrinos.
That is just a straight up Gyarados.
Yep.
I can dig it.
You can Nissa into it. Potentially.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yep. It's pretty sweet.
Because it sees it as a creature before it's on the battlefield.
Exactly. So Life from Them getting cast looks like Willie doesn't have anything to say about that.
Well, having 2 colorless mana, it's hard to say anything about it.
Hold on. Yep, you're right. You are absolutely right. I was trying to think of something, but I got nothing.
Like Gyarados? Oh, can we just start calling Kyrinos Gyarados?
No.
What if I alter Kyrinos to look like Gyarados?
Then I would call your Kyrinos Gyarados.
Done.
Okay.
I will need to first acquire Gyarados, or Kyrinos's,
Uh-huh.
and then make them into Gyarados.
Well, Peach Squeeze Alters could alter that for you.
You'd be awesome if you did.
See? Now look at what we're doing. Tie-Dye Gamer, it's good to see you. We're making connections. We're building bridges.
And making
bridges.
Gyaradoses.
I said bridges, I think.
I was gonna let it go.
Okay.
We are building those bridges. What was the third card you dredged that you got back? Ooh, I did not see.
2 lands. It was a Ghost Quarter and a land.
Yeah, it was a Ghost Quarter. That's what it was.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yes, sorry. I was dying. And
He's
so I didn't
actually
hit
at
the
7
save button.
life. Because he did fetch.
Yep.
So he loaned,
Uh-huh.
got a thing, so he could play Tarmogoyf.
Yes.
So now he's got 3 shocks in hand, minimum.
Right.
He might have a 4th land, but we're not sure.
Unlikely that he drew it for his turn since he actually drew the Life from the Lands.
I almost said Drew, but then I stopped myself.
Cool. And we've got a Lord of Atlantis coming in at the end step. Dangerous time to do it because Nick is likely happy to fire one of these off when
Absolutely.
one can't be responded to. The Ghost Quarter going to take that down, and with a 5/6 on the battlefield as well.
Ghost Quarter taking down a Lord of Atlantis?
It's also
Seems good.
particularly important to take down those lords because he does have islands.
Right.
Looks like Willie is moving on up to 3 drops, possibly trying to get to a point of having an uncounterable Master of Waves.
Which is probably how he's going to win this game.
Tricky against a
But
Tarmogoyf,
he
however.
is, 20 life to 7.
It's 20 life to 7. It would be up against a Tarmogoyf, and that devotion count is pretty low.
You are right. You are not wrong.
It may not be the answer. It's
Oh, but now he's even got the cavern, so he doesn't even need to.
also a great point. So Deprive lost a lot of its value against this
Yeah.
cavern. One of the reasons why counterspells are so hard to use in Legacy and in Modern. Obviously, in Legacy, you still do
Yeah.
because Force Will's a heck of a card.
Yeah. It is. But what I've heard from a legacy player
Yep.
is that Force is a terrible card.
Yeah, they're wrong. Justin's wrong.
That's fair. Why you just gotta call him out like that on stream?
That's rude.
That's rude. I would never do such a thing.
Full cycle. Circle. Whatever. Don't care.
First full circle.
Just toss it in the washing machine. It's a full
He is
cycle.
going to just go ahead and do the master waves now, getting 3 little dudes.
Can't be countered.
Yep, cannot be countered.
In response,
In
we're going to
response,
reduce that devotion. And now it is
You get-
1. He can kill the one that is spawned.
Yeah, and with a 5/6, master waves can't even swing in freely.
Exactly. Icy Sounds, have a good night. Play some fun Magic. Say hi for us.
Hi
Please
for
actually
us.
do. Please do say hi for us. And that is some lands coming in. But now, you just take down the 1 elemental if you feel like it. And just, you've got an engine for 4 to 6 damage every turn.
Yeah. Or you just control. Like at some point, you control enough, they just run out of things to do. Yes, it is important to note, he does have 2 Mutavault that when activated become 3/3s. So it takes 2 lands to kill a Mutavault, which is awkward.
That is awkward. That is awkward.
Does Willie not have a hand?
Nope. Empty-handed.
Actually, he has 2 hands, TJ.
I'm dying and you step up with that. Okay. Peach! Nice!
I appreciate
Good
you,
vibes
Peach.
and hugs from the East Coast. Keep it up. We will. Thank you so much for your support. You are great. Everybody check out Peach Squeeze Altars, the Twitch channel, as well as the website. Just because, you know, altars are pretty sweet. Altars are
Altars
pretty
are
sweet.
sweet.
I know.
I don't have. I think the only altar I have is just a full art altar of the. I've already forgotten the name. It's
Wow.
like my favorite card.
Okay.
Kalia of the Vast. But not just any Kalia of the Vast. It's a German Kalia of the Vast. It is literally.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so what can Nick do against the Mutavaults? I guess just throw 4 lands is a play.
I mean, also you have a 5/6.
Take 2 to block to stop 3 for a turn.
So you pitch 2 lands, kill 1,
Sure.
block the Master of Waves.
Uh-huh.
So you're taking 5. No, because you can still kill the Elemental. So you'll still take 3 from 1 Mutavault, go down to 4.
True, and
Which
actually
is dangerous.
the Mutavault next turn, if he is able to get it back with the life from them, could just kill the other one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you just get a Ghost Quarter.
Which he has in hand, actually.
Yeah, you just go for the Ghost Quarter.
Because then it's like,
that's
instead of
the
2 damage,
exact
it
same
deals
thing.
3 and gives him a basic land.
Yeah,
Good line.
it's practically
Delicious.
a path.
It's practically delicious.
Practically delicious.
Isn't that what the commercial
I
said?
don't think that's what the commercial says.
Really?
Practically delicious?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
What else would make it delicious?
Fact. We need some fact checks.
What else would make it delicious?
I don't know. I'm spacing. You put me on the spot. I was not ready to answer breakfast cereal commercial questions.
It's okay. I don't think anyone is ever prepared to answer breakfast cereal questions. It's kind of like Neo in the, I don't know, Matrix.
It's not inaccurate.
You need your deliciousness to be impractical. Magically
Magically
Magic
delicious.
doesn't exist. Magic...
He says on a Magic stream.
no, like, this card game, but this game is one with practicality. I don't know. I don't think
sometimes
that's
it's
true.
one with magic.
Okay, miracle cards don't count.
Alright, so he's not attacking with Master Waves, which I think is not a bad idea.
We're gonna just kill
So,
one of these.
Yeah. So he still goes down 4. Now you play...
Now you just get back the Ghost Quarter.
Yeah, you go score to get the other Mutavault, and now you have a 5/6 to his 2/1. Now,
Yeah.
granted, you can't target with a land, but you can still do quite a bit.
Well, I mean, it only
Seer
takes so many
Vision's
lands.
land and another Goyf goes into the graveyard.
You only have to toss 10 lands to win.
Yeah.
Life in the Loam coming down. Probably the Ghost Quarter is going to be one of our takes. Probably going to make that the land play for turn, and then you still have 3 in hand against Willie,
Yeah.
who was close to top decking.
I did not see what card he drew. It's a blue card, though. You'll make it out of this.
Harbinger
He's
of Tides.
casting Baby Jace.
It's a Harbinger of
Or
Tides.
Party Jace. We're getting a Party Jace, so he can
Oh my goodness,
he can
I'm
draw
sorry everybody.
and loam every turn if you want to, or just double loam.
If you get the chance to go out there, can you get me a water?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I know. TJ's dying right now.
If you want, you can have some more of this.
Is that yours?
Yes.
Do you not want it?
I mean, it will be drunk by one of us. If you need water right now, I would rather you have water right now than me
I'll
have
survive.
water.
I'll
Because
survive.
I have
Generic beverage?
generic beverage.
Yeah, I hear you. I'll survive. I'll make it. Low-key
Tapping away. You were.
Sorry. Sorry that I would practice sanitary coughing. Sanitary. Okay.
So we take up Aether Vial to 4. Interesting choice.
Probably just to keep...
4 mana.
I mean, I guess it's better than 3.
Is it though?
No. Kira Great Glass Spinner would be amazing if Willie has it in this deck.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Take double lands to kill everything.
Well, I mean, just the Kira.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
What Planeswalker is that? That is Jace Bellerin.
That is Party Jace with a +1 activation of each player draws a card. A -2 activation? No, it's -1.
-1.
Oh, +2, -1. That's where I got. Where
Yep.
target player draws a card. And then -10. Target player puts the top 20 cards from his or her library into his or her graveyard. So essentially,
Top
Nick-
deck Sonic Blast. This ends in Dylan's Merfolk list.
essentially this Jace is going to allow Nick to cast Life from the Loam twice a turn.
It's not the book promo. That's actually the Japanese anime promo.
Yeah. Which looks pretty sick.
Cough Dab King. Wow. I've never dabbed a day in my life, and now I'm known for it.
Cough Dab King. Now I'm known for
Oh, what irony. I can keep others from dabbing, but not myself.
So, it looks like Nick was running a Cycle Land, which is pretty sweet.
Essentially one of the worst Jaces ever printed, except it's 3 mana and draws you cards. Pretty mid-rangey. The dual deck promo? Yep, that's the one. So, I don't know. Nick might claw his way out of this.
I feel like though he's at 4, he hasn't really felt like he's been behind much.
Not anymore. He's under a
Yeah,
lot of pressure.
especially now. If Nick can find a second coin so he can swing in while still leaving one up.
His biggest threat might be just dying to mill.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
But, so eventually he's going to actually have to, like, point some of these at Willie.
I do not think
Or get another Tarmogoyf.
the rug deck list will be on our tapped out.
Looks like we might have the other Rug deck, actually. Or the other Tarmogoyf. Or we just are willing
Oh,
to
you
actually
also
go
have a
first.
Raging Ravine,
That's going to be actually really good. Good point.
but it can't block Master Waves.
No. Nope, which is
Going
probably
to
why we're not
low.
going for it this turn.
Getting a Cycle Land.
The Cycle Land is actually a really cool inclusion in this deck as well.
Yeah.
Because he can cycle it for 2 mana and then get it back with Life in the Loam.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the worst Jace ever printed? Living Guild Pact. Yeah, Living Guild Pact.
Is the Architect of Thoughtseize play? Okay, never mind. You're right.
Architect of Thought is actually pretty good. It's
Yeah.
got Factor Fiction on it. Mini Factor Fiction, but
Well, and people call it, Jace,
Jacer Fiction?
or no, Jace AOT.
Yeah.
And so I always forget what the name is. So when
Gotcha.
you say the Living Guild Pact, they came out roughly about the same time. One came after the other, I believe. Or one came directly after the other. So Nick is just casting Loam and not a second Quaif.
Okay.
He can still play a land this turn, though, right?
Thank you, Peach Squeeze Altars. I see you've been figuring out those commands. In the meantime, I've just been dying. It's fun. So, Willie down to 15. Nick.
How much
At
mana
4.
does he have? Or how many lands does he have?
Nick?
Yeah.
Does he
Can
have
he just go
8?
for the win?
He would need 8.
1,
2.
2.
He might have 8.
Well, he's cast Loam twice this time.
3. Yeah, with the Jace. Actually, you know what? If he had 2 lands in hand before, then he would.
Yeah.
I think he's checking right now. We're down to 9 right now.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 8,
I think he's saying, do you have it?
10.
Oh my goodness, he does. Yep.
12, 14 and 16. Now, I wonder if there's communication there to see if we could slow roll, to see if Nick was just slow rolling, or if Willie wanted him to individually throw them at him.
They're both used to playing Magic Online. Okay. Okay.
Where's the F6?
Oh my goodness.
I
So
honestly
Nick-
didn't think that was gonna, like, as soon as Assault hit the battlefield, I thought Nick was gonna.
That was a huge card in this matchup. Absolutely.
Because does Willie have any way of interacting with an enchantment on the battlefield?
No, in Merfolk? No.
Yeah, I didn't
No,
think
no.
so.
They might have an Echoing Truth out of the sideboard, but that would not be common. Is he playing Swans? Nope. Nope, this is straight. His only creatures are Tarmogoyfs and Snapcasters. No,
Yeah.
He's running Snapcaster?
I don't think so. I didn't see.
I think he does. I think he runs 3 Snapcasters.
I didn't see any when he dredged.
This is round 2? Dang it, I've been so bad about that. Yes, it is.
Apparently, still don't know what a good card is.
Jace Beleren is bad in its context when you compare it to everything else. There's often better, but at the time, all 5 of those Planeswalkers were played in their context.
Yeah. I mean, Party Jace is
Chandra's the
still,
worst, though.
is still heavily played in EDH. I know that's completely different than what we're doing here, but
EDH is completely different than Magic.
that's fair. I don't think I can really argue that much.
My favorite statement from people is saying that this is good in EDH, which I say myself, so don't.
Yeah.
But, like, saying this is good in EDH is my favorite way to evaluate a card. Because, like,
It's
Everything's
good
good
in a
in
format.
EDH.
Yeah. Like, it's good in a format where people just want to play the biggest spells.
you could show. What was that one that was terrible? Hold on. Angelic Edict. You could point to Angelic Edict and say, this is good in EDH.
What is Angelic Edict
It's
2?
6 mana, exile target creature, something like that. That's it.
Snap Heat.
And that it's good because it gets around all the it's an expensive card.
Such a backhanded compliment.
Exactly. Like
Yeah, no, it really is. 'Cause, like, how many cards are, or I guess were at some point banned in Commander, because they were just broken in Commander, but then like they're not worth anything anywhere else because they're just not good.
Yeah,
A lot. The answer is a lot.
lots of them. Lots of them. But is it good in 1v1? Oh. Okay, so 1v1 EDH is different. Because that's
fair.
just Highlander Vintage.
Yeah.
I'd like to note, by the way, not an I told you so, just a discussion. But my prediction that the Commander Leagues online would just be Highlander Vintage and not actual fun casual EDH turns out that is in fact the case.
Yeah.
It is cutthroat. You do.
Yeah, I read on a Reddit post where like somebody was complaining
Uh-huh.
that it took like less than 6 hours for when it started, that everybody was just running a Baral's counter deck.
That or like Leovold or anything.
Yeah.
Yep. That's just when curve matters just as much in EDH, and yet it's playable in EDH.
Yeah.
I have seen Angelic Edict played in EDH. Why? Because it was an Angel's deck.
Yeah.
And so, Angelic Edict, being an angel, like, the point is that EDH at its heart is a casual format, so saying that anything good in it is,
Exactly, Minty Face.
it's entirely subjective. Like, competitive Magic, or like constructed competitive, right,
Mm-hmm.
does have these almost objective points, of course everything's subjective, of like power level, because they have a defined context. But in
Luis, I know for a fact it's not currently on our tapped out, and I don't know if we have anyone who
We will
puts
likely
anything
not.
on tapped out.
we are exploring options for it, however, actually.
Yeah, it's
I was talking to Dylan about 3 days ago about a really cool idea that we might be rolling out for potentially getting more deck lists. So, not at the moment, but
But we'll
hopeful.
definitely keep you guys updated on that, because
Well,
it is something that I wanted to so because I'm going down to Vegas next month, I've been doing a lot more reading and looking at other people's deck lists, and not just for like decks that I'm playing, but decks that are similar to mine.
Did you notice that none of them are running Beaumont Courier?
Notice I'm not running Bowman for you. All right, it's fun, it's awesome, but it's
Yeah.
not Vegas worthy.
Is it possible for you to get the name of the player? Yep, it's Nick.
The name of the player? Yeah, his name is Nick. We used to be roommates. That's about it.
Yep. Okay.
Nick going down to 6, which he does a lot.
When people say good niche, they don't mean casual theme decks. In my experience, that isn't true.
Yeah, in my experience, that's almost exclusively what it means.
The point is, we don't need to talk about the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
The point is
Just
that
reveal 6 lands, moles.
the point is that like the statement of if you were to line up good in standard, good in modern, good in vintage, good in legacy, good in draft, good in EDH. One of these things is not like the other. So that is just that's what I'm saying. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, evaluating a card for like competitive Magic, I guess non EDH competitive Magic is different than evaluating a card for EDH, whether it's competitive or not.
Sure. In terms of laser dinosaurs, I do. Man, that picture is great.
The point is, Commander's Laser Dinosaurs.
Do you remember that picture?
Yes.
The one where it's like
Yes.
like the kickboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. So, ooh.
Relic of Progenitus.
That's pretty good. We'll
That
see if Nick has an
seems
answer to that.
good.
Now there is one downside to Relic. You only
They're
get to
really
use it
long game
once.
one.
That was a very long game one.
Shock and probably Serums here. Draws a card, scries for 2. It looks like that is a Snapcaster. You were right. A Snap and a Loan.
Yep.
I'm not going to keep both those.
And keep in mind that that's nothing against EDH.
Oh,
I
I
like
I
EDH.
play EDH.
I've played a lot of EDH. It's just a statement. Okay.
Like, because I can win money playing Modern, that's why I play Modern a lot right now.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'd play EDH almost exclusively. But I need to win in Modern so I can buy cards for EDH. Because I can't afford to buy cards otherwise.
I hear you. That's why I don't play at all. SS Koi! Thank you so much. $25 donation. That is amazing and incredible. That is hugely generous of you. That,
$25 water.
I think, is Sean.
Sean?
I think that's Sean.
Like, Sean?
I don't know that for certain. But I'm almost 100%
I hope it's
certain.
Sean.
99%.
If it is Sean.
It's very reassuring if he's willing to do that, though. Because my last interaction with him was completely ditching him by 24 hours by accident. Slow hands. I actually visit every subreddit. What's my Tibble count?
Every subreddit.
Every Magic-based subreddit. I don't post much, but what is my
You're
Tibble
spelling
count?
Sean wrong. Doro.
Oh my goodness, Tibble count's like over 200 at this point. I need to actually do a specific count again. Lightning bolt on the Curse Catcher.
The Real Arsenal. Nothing really happened. Ooh, we're exiling Lightning Bolt.
Yep.
Makes Snap less good.
I wonder if Sean, or I
Makes
wonder if
that
Nick
pretty
brought
good.
in any answers to that.
Probably not, because he didn't see. Like,
You might bring in an Ancient Grudge just because of Ether Vow.
yeah. But he, like, didn't have. Is that a Sig River Cutthroat?
No, that's a
No,
Sig.
that's a Sig River guy.
Yes.
Oh, I'm good at card names. That's not true. I just guessed. and
You got
nailed
there.
it.
You're pretty good at it.
I am not the worst at it. Starts off with Isle of Rock. It's a 2/2 for 2, white and blue. Pay 1 and a white. Target merfolk you control gains protection from the color.
It's actually a pretty cool way to give protection from red.
Yeah,
It costs a lot of mana, but still.
but it's 1 and a white, right?
Yes.
So he
costs a lot.
also currently can't do that.
Also true. Also very, very true. However, there's still a pretty good answer. Yes. Yep. I know, and I appreciate your response to that, actually. Slow hints. So, we are going to go down to 16. We saw something similar in the last game. My goodness, I've got to save my voice. I'm dying.
Explain the phonetics.
Phonetics.
I know.
Okay.
I was phonetically saying phonetics wrong.
That's funny. Okay.
It's less funny when you have to explain it though.
It's still
Tide
pretty
Vendor
funny.
Mage. Targeting. Nothing.
targeting up to 0 creatures.
Now, this particular game, I am feeling a whole lot less good about for Nick.
Yep. Doesn't
That
I mean,
turn 1 relic seems to be really good.
the relic is really positive right here. It does only
Thanks,
have a
Arsenal.
one-off use, so if you end up with like 2 loams, because Willie's gonna fire it off as soon as he sees a life from the loam that he can cut off. But he would need to actually have a second one. He's got a lot of building, and he doesn't have a ton of time.
Mm-hmm.
Willie, not a huge amount of pressure, but enough to reduce that clock. Nick's at 16. There's 4 power on the board. It's enough to actually present a pretty decent threat.
Yeah.
And an attack for 2 means that Nick is not feeling defensive. Interesting.
Also, slow hands and Vegans.
Uh-huh.
Nick is, for the most part, following the same line as Peter has, foiling out Jund. He has spent a lot of money and time getting this deck to be pimped out as much as possible. As you can see with his Expedition lands, foil signed Goyf,
It's shiny.
and
You've played with that foil signed wave, haven't you?
I have. He just got it back a couple of days ago. I had it since last November. Ooh, and we have a Matcha Waves coming down.
That is a lot of trust.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I kept, like, every single time we met up,
That is a lot of trust.
every single time we met up, it was like a spur of the moment thing, and I didn't have my cards on.
Oh my goodness.
But as far as I can tell, I have held my end of the bargain, and I did not destroy them.
Am I okay?
Or
I'm
lose them.
dying slightly, but I'm okay. I'm okay. Just in the market for
Are
some
you okay,
soup.
DJ? In the market for some soup?
So-
You should go get soup tomorrow. If you have time. You probably don't.
I have no idea. I might.
It's Sunday. If that helps.
It doesn't. So we have got. Please wait until.
It's an end of round 4.
That's reasonable. So we've got 4 elementals out. I do apologize. I know it's
Yeah.
awful.
Water. Please drink.
No,
Please.
that's your water.
Please.
Uh-uh.
I don't want
trust
it. I'm
it.
disowning it now.
I don't trust it.
It's homeless water. But that didn't come out right.
So we've got 4 elementals on the battlefield. A Tidebender Mage and a Sig River Guide, along with that Master of Waves. And Nick's not got a whole lot. He's got 2 blockers, one of them a Snapcaster Mage, the other one a much more reasonable 1/2 Tarmogoyf.
And it, can Relic of Progenitus target yourself to
Yep.
exile a single card?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's going to be a 0/1.
Absolutely. Likely not Batman. I don't believe you. Every time I see your name, I think, probably Batman, actually. Probably Batman.
I feel like... No, I feel like that's Bruce Wayne.
Probably not Batman. You might be. I might be. Okay, that's fair.
Probably not. Likely. Most likely not.
Okay. No, I want uncarbonated beverage.
Okay,
That's
so
what
we
I said.
did sack to draw a card, which now has given Nick the opportunity to steal this game. I don't think Nick is stealing this game.
Close Techno Squirrel on how to do it.
Oh, the Curse Catcher was already exiled. But now it's double exiled.
Hooray! 0/1 Tarmogoyf. Willie, bringing in the Mutavault, which is actually a 3/3 with this Master of Waves out.
Yeah,
We don't.
because it is all creature types.
There's a Spreading Seas in hand, but that's not needed.
Yeah,
Honestly,
not
it's
really.
just a huge amount of damage against not much pressure. Lack of white sources in this apparently white splash removal deck.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
But-
Alright, so we're swinging 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's 15?
Yep.
15 points of damage. With only 2 blockers, you can kill 1 creature. And
What removal does he have to deal with that? Good question. Tarmogoyf, maybe?
yeah, blocking Tarmogoyf is really his only removal point.
Yep.
Or what he did last game and remove pretty much all devotion, so that there's nothing to really deal with.
Countering it with a Deprive, not a bad option.
Yep.
But really, he doesn't have many options. He has very few options for getting rid of a Master of Waves. Most of his removal is based around Seismic Assault.
Yeah. So pretty much in this game, Merfolk is doing what Merfolk does. Plays lots of things, swings for lots of damage.
3 Arsenal Munch, that sounds incredible, actually.
And Nick, unfortunately, unable to... wasn't even able to keep a hand of 6. He had to roll down to 5.
Yeah, had 6 lands, and then I think...
Yeah. So he was on the back pedal for since turn 0, I'm only down to 5. While Merfolk kept a hand of 7 and playing a card that on turn 1 that pretty much just stopped him altogether.
Is there any green-white value? I don't know.
Normally that's Coleman playing some version of it, and he's not playing that tonight. So now you Nick's still trying to decide what he wants to do. He's got a snap in hand, which can come down as just another blocker.
Make that 2 waters.
Done.
Okay. Yes. One of our players has been playing that recently. I don't know if he's here. Is Kevin in the room?
I did not see Kevin.
Okay, then we may not have the Value Town deck here tonight.
Honestly, I thought that's what Aaron was going to be playing, but he was switched to Jessica.
Oh, I don't know, actually.
Well, Aaron switched to Jessica.
Okay.
I know this for a fact because he was on stream.
Well, no, I didn't know that he had green-white Value Town.
Well, I know he has played and enjoyed that deck in the past. Oh, he had double snap.
Snap Deprive. And
Oh.
what can we do? Can we get some miso soup delivered to you? I don't know.
I don't think in this town. Maybe if we were never. But unfortunately, Snohomish is pretty small and.
There's pho around the corner.
But I don't think they deliver. Because I don't think we have Uber
Almost
Eats.
certainly not.
Like
Almost
if
certainly
if we had Uber Eats, then yes.
Okay.
I see. Did you see what he did?
No, I'm sorry, I was coughing.
He cast Snapcaster Mage,
Yes.
deprived it
Uh-huh.
to put a creature and an instant in the graveyard.
So that then he could block with the Tarmogoyf
Yeah.
on a Tidebender Mage.
And he also got lands in his. Oh, he fetched. So his Tarmogoyf went from a 0/1 to a 3/4, so he could block.
All right, and he's going to pick up the
And
cards.
got nothing.
Hooray.
Woo! Going to game 3.
Well done, Merfolk. You haven't been watching for a week. Have I announced Project X yet? No. Project X was actually deemed a non-success.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'll keep you updated with further developments on Project X as it potentially continues. But until then, it remains secret.
Except to the privileged few.
Hi.
Are you dying?
Yes.
Ooh.
Who messaged you? Was it Sean?
Don't worry about
It was Sean.
it. I just thought of you.
Why did you think of me? I'm always forgotten.
Whoever messaged Dylan, thank you.
Greatly appreciate it. Now I don't have to remember to get water.
Oh my god, you would forget.
I probably wouldn't, but it would be a while before I could because these games are going really long.
These games are going really long. We're picking good matches.
It's true. Like really interesting interesting ones to play. I mean, Merfolk isn't to me Merfolk is not very interesting.
Merfolk isn't very interesting to you?
Yeah. It just this is gonna sound probably
It's unexciting to you.
well, I can't think of the word.
Boring? Linear. Straightforward. A to B.
The words you're saying are correct. All of them.
Canonically similar in each game. Consistent.
Well, okay, so what I'm going to say, there we go, is I don't like it because it is so linear and just, it does one thing. But that's,
That's like 3 of the things that I said.
I know, and I'm agreeing with you on all
Cool.
those points.
Cool.
The reason, the word I was looking for, which I still can't find, is because I play Bushwhackers, and it has the exact same game plan. Just do one thing and do it really well.
Uh-huh.
But I don't like Merfolk. But I love my deck more than any other deck in Modern.
It's blue. That's what you don't like about it.
That's probably it.
Okay.
Honestly.
Well, I think Merfolk's sweet, mostly because of its player base. The players of Merfolk are some of the most dedicated players in Modern. How are we doing? Text is great. I'm dying. Burn, Lava answers are no. I'm currently on no. Could be a yes depending on meta changes. But when there's a lot of X2s and X1s, then yes, but it should be killing creatures.
Yeah.
Okay, so Life and Loam getting cast.
Can we make that a command?
What?
Who is Texas?
Mostly Doro makes those as he sees fit.
Well, I hope Doro sees that fit.
Well, do you make fun of Doro?
I do not make fun of Dora. Dora's an awesome guy.
Then you'll likely get one.
Oh, cool. At least I don't think I make fun of Dora.
Some of the other co-hosts always pick fights.
Oh, it was probably Dora that message because he said Red Mage still needs water.
Maybe.
Oh, wait, no, that's after you got the water.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
still think it was probably Sean. Doro has been known to in the past, though. Either way, I apologize for dying. So,
You are forgiven.
we, life and low, we lose in Anger of the Gods. Unfortunate. Does he have the Seismic Assault in hand? Yeah, he does.
And sticks the landing.
No counterspells up. This game just got a lot harder for Willie.
Yeah, the turn 3 Seismic Assault is essentially what won him the game.
And he has an
In game
engineered
one.
explosives as well.
And Life from the Loam.
And 2
He's-
Tarmogoyfs.
He's got pretty much everything he needs.
He's got tools.
Yeah.
He's got his tools.
He's got tools, man.
Okay.
I'll gladly take the credit. I feel like you can't take the credit as soon as you said it wasn't you.
Killing it in response to the Kira Great Class Spinner. Nick here is going to need to fire off 2 lands at this one.
And you do it immediately.
Yeah. How many
Oh,
lands? I think
you-
he's running like close to 30 lands.
Yeah, it's quite a few, and it I believe his deck got a whole lot better with the cycling lands, so that he can.
He just drew Anger of the Gods. He might just fire that one off to exile it. Maybe take a shot for 2.
He doesn't need to exile it though.
No, but it means it's 1 card instead of 2.
I think you wait for Anger in case they do a huge Master Waves, because I know that it still doesn't kill Master Waves, but it kills all the tokens.
Yep.
I feel like that's more important to him, especially since the second one's in the graveyard.
And
I
he's
think-
keeping an eye on the clock. Looks like he is just going to fire this one off, get a lot of lands.
Yeah, I think his best bet is to throw a land, throw his next 2 lands at Kira, just get it gone, and then play a Tarmogoyf right now, which would be a 1, 2, 3,
Land, Sorcery,
and creature.
Reacher.
I
3,
think
4.
that's all he's got. Yeah, which
Yeah,
a 3/4 is still bigger than almost anything Merfolk has.
absolutely.
He does have a Lord in hand that he's probably gonna violate at the end of his turn. 315
TK,
Take-a-bits.
thank you so much. I would get more hyped, but I'm like crushing my voice right now. That is super kind of you. 315 sounds like it's a number that would have significance, but I don't know what it is, but I appreciate you nonetheless. And I apologize for the lack. I feel hyped in my heart, and I'm trying to avoid acting like it so that I don't. Oh,
If
Ew.
only I were more energetic for you. But
Right.
Unfortunately, I'm not. But
okay. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious.
wow.
Oh, my
Wow.
goodness.
That's too good.
TJ's squid arms fit real
TJ
nicely.
Squid Arms.
That's weird.
I can dig it.
I can also dig it. So, we've got Seismic Loam online. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited. I'm trying not to.
Yes, Loam hype, absolutely. I believe there's 3 Loam decks out there today. We've got Teamer, when Nick is playing. There's didn't you say there's another? There's Swans, what Tristan is playing. Didn't you say there was another one?
There's Dredge.
There's the Dredge. That's true.
Life from the Loam is alive and well today.
TJ Squid Arms.
More Lords coming in. Despite popular belief, they will never be Royals.
So swinging, Kira is not a Merfolk, correct?
No, it is a
So this
spirit.
is just a swing for 5.
Scratch that.
Gonna
Pitching 2
throw
lands.
one, the ability gets countered. Throw another to kill the thing.
And this is going to be a blowout.
Oh! Pro Red!
Actually, you know what? Taking 5 this turn to untap and then Anger the Gods is going to be big.
Does Kira say abilities your opponents control?
No.
So he's got to be careful with
Actually, hold on.
activating that. I believe he did it in response to the second land being thrown.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point he is absolutely setting up for an Anger.
Yep. It's just
A target
for the first
spell
time
or
in the
ability for the first time in the turn.
So an anger is going to be pretty big here.
Yeah, anger coming down. Does not kill Tarmogoyf because Tarmogoyf is a 4/5.
And sweep the field. I yield 4 for 1.
Yep.
That's a classic.
Swing in for 4.
Life in the Loam currently in the graveyard.
Of the
Counting
recounting
up.
Goyf. Yep, Goyf is at 4. Swing in for 4. Down to 16. Nick now needs only 8 lands in his hand.
Well, and he still has got the time whiff going on.
Yeah. And he's got 2 in hand right now because he just,
Well, he's got a curse catcher.
and it looks like a...
And
spell
we
pierce.
just went into turns, I believe.
Or the,
Yep.
the dice on Nick's deck is the turn counter.
I believe that we are in... Is Master not Pro Red? Master of Waves is, but that was actually a Master of the Pearl Trident.
Yeah. That was not Master of Waves, it was Master of Pearl Trident. Which,
Correct.
even still, I think Nick would still be well off if... interesting using the Cavern of Souls for a Curse Catcher.
I mean, getting it deprived would be unfortunate, I guess.
Nick's just
He doesn't have double blue, but, you know.
throwing the land at the creatures specifically so that Goyf can now attack for 4 without...
No blocks.
Well, without any known blocks.
Yeah.
4 mana
No.
and an Aether Vial to tap down.
Yep. Probably going to cast this Life in the Loam before combat for the same reason of being
Yeah.
able to remove a
Yeah,
potential blocker.
Yeah, being able to just shock out a blocker. Turns out Shock really good against Merfolk.
Shock, not bad. Hits the 2/2s that they have.
Be really good against me too.
It would be.
What is that?
That is
Engineer?
Enter Explosives on 1. He is getting rid of the Aether Vial.
In response.
Forcing him to activate it before
And now
combat.
there's an artifact in the graveyard.
And there's actually a Spell Pierce in hand for Willie. But
So throw a land, swing for 5.
that's going to get Spell Pierced.
That's fine. That just
He's got a
delays the
land.
turn. Now,
That
was
sh-
there an instant in the yard before?
Do you mean artifact? Or do
No,
you- oh.
an instant. Spell Pierce was just cast.
So we are down to 11. I believe there was.
I don't think there is. You want me to ask?
Might be worth it. Was there a lightning bolt?
No, not this game. That was the last game.
Okay, yeah, it might have actually been a 5/6
Hey,
or 6/7.
was there an instant in before Spell Pierce? Did we count instant for Tarmogoyf on that last attack?
Okay. So they're just gonna verify that.
Yeah, it is true. Goyf is at 6.
So which means that
Willie
we're
goes
actually
down
at
to
10. We are going to
need
be
5
dredging
lands.
some more Ancient Grudge now in the graveyard. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And we've got the Life in the Loam in hand. That's enough to be lethal. It's
Yeah.
got a 6/7 and a Life in the Loam.
You throw 1, swing for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep. It is exactly lethal this turn.
Also, I would like to say that I caught something that I never catch.
When you do the graveyards like that, when you actually have to be aware of everything in the graveyard, I don't mind it, as long as it's clearly represented.
I've gotten to the point where I just don't get tilted about things, because it's not when we're playing Magic. What?
Okay. Let's head on up to the field. Live Seismic Loam takes it against Merfolk. That is 2 off the beaten path decks that we have seen take wins.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm super excited about
Build
tonight.
Your Own Upheaval and Seismic Loam, both of them moving up with some wins that we have seen today.
Dismember came in for Nick.
In both matches going to turns.
Yeah.
Wow. What a field today. Let's head on up to the booth and get ready for round 3 of, I think, 5.
Very possible. I'll make sure when we get the next round.
Cool. We'll see you up there. Hello, my name's CJ.
Texas.
This is the Geek Fortress stream. I'm totally not dying, and thank you so much for joining. If you do want to hit that follow button and join us more in the future, you can. Plus, there's also the option of subscribing to the channel. It costs $5, which is less than the cup, which is less than the price of $6. and it does let you have access to our emotes and help support what we do. That's pretty exciting.
It is exciting. There's a knock on the door.
Next round's Bill.
You know that I'm not a fan of Wild Mikado, but have I seen the German one? Have I seen the German one?
You have seen the German one.
Okay, sounds good.
I own 12 of them.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what a day that we have. Ooh, what's that? What a day that we have had. I'm not sure what that was. What? Of Magic. Some sweet decks here in the field. And I am absolutely loving it. My goodness, what a day that we have had. So, we're getting ready for round 3 here at Geek Fortress. I believe of 5. And it is going to be a hootenanny if ever I saw. Toadfoot, what you doing? What you doing? That's not what you normally do. Alright, so there was apparently a turn 1 Pithing Needle on map and a turn 2 Sword, turn 3 Foundry against an Eldrazi deck. That's pretty good. Apparently that resulted in a win. Okay. How are we looking?
Pretty good. I like these matches. I don't know if you're going to like the matches.
Okay. Let's see here. Just told stream about Maeve's play.
What
She had a
Maeve's play?
turn 1 Pithing Needle on map, turn 2 Sword, turn 3 Foundry against Eldrazi.
I feel like that's going to work.
Against Eldrazi? Yeah. How we looking?
We're good. Player 1 is Brienne. Brianna.
Are you sure?
It's Brianna. So Brianna. Yeah.
Got it.
Tristan.
Awesome.
Milt.
Okay. What colors?
I believe it's just blue-black. Unless it's changed since the last time I played against it. And
Okay.
Swans.
So what's the cool part about this matchup?
They are married.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
So this is going to be...
They also requested to be on because they were playing each other.
It's the married...
It's the married
showdown.
matchup.
Oh, that's way better. The married matchup. Oh, this is delightful. Okay.
Oh, I don't have a name.
You don't have a name?
It's TJ Rogers and Turns.
There we go. We got you covered. Let's head on down to the field.
Yes.
Get ready for the married matchup. We'll see you there.
Round 3.
Alright, so the players lining up. Texas is probably going to give them a thumbs up here shortly. He said subtly. Did you take that subtle hint?
Yeah.
Did it feel subtle?
It felt very subtle. I
Very
was 50-50 if you actually wanted me to open the door.
There's an Ashiok in that opener.
She switched it to the main. I like it.
I love Ashiok. Ashiok's one of my absolute favorite cards.
And
My
she needs to hit it.
Goodness
Hit swans
gracious.
with Ashia. That's what needs to happen.
Hitting Swan. Actually, that might not be fun. That might be fine against this deck.
I don't think he's running more than 2. If that many.
Okay. Do.
Yeah, she is running the orb.
Okay, actually, no, let's just do that. You are no longer needed in our chat. Have a nice day, whatever it is that you do. It won't be here.
Oh, it's starting down with the tap land. Or Scryland. Ooh, and starting off strong. 5.
Tomb Scour, milling 5. Tristan losing a Swan.
Losing one swung down.
I mean, if Brianna's running any number of surgical extraction in the main board, that could be a sweet play.
I don't remember if she is. It's been a while since I played against it, and it looks like it's already changed because she didn't have Ashiok main board before.
And a Vivid Creek coming down.
And
One to
Shock.
have more cards in his library to
And,
avoid being milled.
ooh,
Good
and
point.
and a Mind Funeral in hand as well. One of the stronger mill cards in my opinion.
Have
And
you
an
orb? Oh,
Oh,
Mesmeric Orb, 2 mana. Whenever a permanent, oh man, 2 mana. Whenever a card is untapped, they mill. Seismic Assault coming down.
so yeah, he runs Vivid Creeks and I believe Vivid Crag as well, because he does run a couple of black spells main board. So it's just I'm not sure why exactly his reason for.
That's a Drown Cat. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure his reasoning for the Vivids in the deck, but
Someone
they
did get
always
banned.
seem to work really well for him.
The Vivids?
Yeah.
They tap for any color is the biggest reason. And like,
Right.
you have got triple red spells and seismics and swans.
Well, I guess they not only do they tap for any color, but they also tap for the color that they produce. Like
Yeah.
the Vivid Creeks produce blue in addition to every other color,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
Veggie, you're all good. Mistakes happen. But Zan, yes, someone did get banned. But that's okay. Because now they're not here. And that's better.
Ooh, to another Mind Funeral. No black sources.
Unfortunate in a deck that runs black mana. Spells.
Yeah.
You know. So we have got another mountain coming down for Tristan.
Ooh, and there's the black.
That is going to see. Now we actually get to see what this deck can do. Now that it's got access to its full
Yeah.
set of colors.
I wouldn't be surprised if we just see a straight up Mind Funeral just right now. Oh, there's the daughter. Singular week.
So now we do have the mana for the Swans off of these Vivid Creeks as well as the Temple because of that Swans
Mhm.
being hybrid mana. For all the weeks. Oh, that's more. That's more than one. That's a
That-
disallow. This deck is weird. I'm sorry. I'm not talking as much as I normally do, and I'm really trying to preserve my voice.
Yeah, no, everyone knows you're good.
Oh, goodness.
We'd rather you be able to stream quietly all the time than loudly a couple times.
I hear you there. End of turn Drowned Catacomb. Not Drowned Catacomb. Sorry, Nephalia Drownyard. That's the card. Nephalia Drownyard. Milling cards out of Tristan's deck. Going for that win condition that doesn't require cards out of the deck. Pretty interesting choice there, and it's actually going to work out decently well.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like some of these cards getting milled through the own Mesmeric Orb. And
She's moving to discard. Discarding a Mind Funeral. My guess is she's played this match a whole lot more than I have, so she knows Tristan runs a lot of lands being a seismic deck. So maybe Mind Funeral isn't as good as...
Mind Funeral seems like it'd be pretty bad.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd hit lands
Swans
pretty
coming
quick.
down.
Keeping up the disallow more than anything.
Yeah. That's my guess.
That actually was a really cool play by Brown, not going for the...
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Knowing it's more important to stop him from doing his game plan than it is to progress your own.
So,
Because now that's 2 Swans down.
that's a good point, actually.
And I do not think he runs more than 2.
And then you're back down to Fair Magic just throwing lands, whereas Brianna's throwing mill spells, and that's Fair Magic.
Yeah.
So we'll see
Rawal
what happens.
Getting the 5th land. She can now Mind Funeral, and I really want to see when it come down. But
Mind Funeral waits until you hit X lands, right?
yeah, nope, just throwing down the Ashiok.
Yeah, ow!
Mind Funeral.
I
Mind Funeral
punched
goes until you hit 4 lands.
I punched the shelving behind me. Oh, that hurt. Okay.
I believe that Ashiok just took 3 lands, which means Mind Funeral just got so much better.
Well, it got decently better.
You say decent, I say so much.
You say potato, I say a different food.
Oh, and we have the Magma Vortex coming down, which is a Seismic Assault, but only costs 1 mana instead of 3 red, but you have to pay a red to activate the throwing of a land.
Interesting to go for redundant abilities. The Molten Vortex does not seem quite as effective than the Seismic Assault, which is just better. So playing it strikes me as odd unless you're expecting Brown to have a main board way to answer one of these two. Yeah,
There's also no reason to not play it. Like,
feels better now.
he's got 6 mana open. 1, 2, 3. Revealing land,
And a treasure hunt.
treasure hunt, and something else.
Eating
but
those
it's-
ones up.
Yeah, and it's. I feel like
The other...
getting the first swans early with the orb and counting the second swans has put Brienne in.
The more I think
Brianna
about
in
it,
a
the
very good
less
position.
likely I think Tristan can win this. He's a deck that relies on like drawing absurd amounts of cards against the deck that's
We
trying to cut his
split
graveyard
spell?
in half.
Nope, just glimpse the unthinkable. Oh, and hit.
That's a cool card. That's the new one that
Yeah.
lets you draw a card for each card that you've discarded and get all those cards back.
No, you don't draw a card. The grave.
Oh,
Shadow
you
of the
just
Grave?
return them all?
Yeah, it's return all cards that you cycled or discarded this turn.
Oh man, that is a cool card. in this
Which,
deck, though.
yeah, it does exactly what he wants to do.
What format do I usually stream? Mostly Modern, but I dabble in Legacy and Draft. I might start dabbling in Standard more, a little bit of Pauper. But Modern is the primary format that I play.
And stream.
Yep,
And talk about.
yep,
And just live.
yep. I'm a modern kind of guy, living in that fast-paced modern world. That's it. Man, Shadow of the Grave, cool card.
It's amazing. I'm playing New Perspectives in Standard, and I love the deck so much.
Yep. Doro, I was more talking about why he would play the second one, not why he would have it in the deck. But yes, I agree. Okay, but yeah, I think Brianna has a
Hit a third swans.
3 down,
And
1
she
to go.
got it with Ashiok.
God, that'd be funny. Tristan would just go off with her swan though.
But he doesn't know the card, does he?
What? Yeah, so Tristan's out of ways to win, with only a couple of cards left in the
What is that
in
black
the
spell? What should it show?
I don't know. With only a couple of cards left in the deck, Tristan's deck relies on drawing a lot of his deck. He can go
Yeah.
through pretty easily 10 to 15 cards of his deck, and that's pretty minimal.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we had him on stream last week as well, and I don't know if we saw it on stream or if I just watched it happen. But he runs Insult to Injury as well.
Yes.
With Insult, it's one of the new split cards. Insult doubles
There
all
it is.
damage. Yeah,
Coming
he's
out
putting,
now.
Oh, he's taking him out?
Oh, or is
No,
that
he's
going
putting
in?
those in.
Oh, nice. We're getting faster.
It deals, so,
3 mana on the front.
yeah, 3 mana for Insult and deals double damage, and damage can't be prevented.
All sources you control.
Yeah, all sources you control is double damage. And then Injury is deal 2 damage to target creature and then 2 damage to its owner's controller. Its
Oh,
owner's
that was
control-
the 4th swan.
But the second half of the flip doesn't matter. It's the insult part that really matters. And what it allows him to do is throw a land at swans, which then draws him 4 cards. Typically gets 1 to 2 lands.
But they also deal 4 damage.
Yeah, right. So he throws, deal 4 damage to the swan, draws 4 cards, typically drawing 2 to 3 lands.
So you need 5 lands.
So just throw, draw a bunch, throw, draw a bunch, throw, draw a bunch, and then you just throw all the lands at your opponent.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool play. I think that is a remarkably cool innovation.
Even without it, you can with the number of lands he runs in his deck, you just throw, deal 2 damage, draw 2 cards, and from there you're just.
To elaborate a little bit on why he's running the Vivid Lanes as well, that Shadows of the Grave is another big reason
Exactly.
for it. It's too cute. I'm not sure if it's too cute. As a one-of, to just have a card that straight wins the game instead of allowing for any room to fizzle.
Yeah.
It also goes off significantly faster when you have a smaller graveyard. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. If you insult someone enough, you might injure them. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry for anything I've ever said to you that was hurtful, Texas.
I mean, I don't get hurt very easily, so. But I accept your apology.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Beltomatic 93-94 is the best format. While certainly a best format is an entirely subjective term, and I agree with your own perception of the world. Thank you for subbing and supporting the stream. You're great and amazing, and everything that you do just makes the world a better place. So thanks for being who you are.
I really like that.
What?
I agree with your viewpoints as your viewpoints agree with you.
Oh man, I know. Peach Squeeze Altars is in here checking out the stream for the first time.
She's
It's a
been
pleasure.
throwing bolts this entire time we've been streaming.
Honestly,
it's awesome.
I'm a bolt throwing kind of guy.
I know you are.
Bolts are kind of my thing. It's good to have you. I'm sorry that the first
Bolts,
stream that you're
bolts,
watching
bolts.
is when I'm dying, But thanks for being here anyway. Again, in addition to always following members of the Rogues Gallery, Peach Squeeze Altars is in chat. Hit the profile name, hit follow, check out that stream in the future because it is super cool to watch someone create art and altars like this live thing while they interact with you. It's a pretty exciting thing.
Unfortunately, I have a short attention span, so I can watch it for a little while, but then I have to move on.
There's a Dragon's Claw in Brianna's hand.
Yes, she
That's an interesting
She has
card
that one.
against a deck that's only running about 8 or so
spells.
spells that are red, but
Yeah.
it might actually be a little bit cool.
Starting off with the Scry.
Interesting. Why are y'all so cool? Mostly flawed perceptions.
That's accurate.
So, hey,
We're
Joe
cool. We're as cool as the people that we're around for the most part.
So, how about this? We reflect the people around us.
Yeah,
We're surrounded by people who make us better.
absolutely.
Dragon's Claw coming down. Tristan with the Vivid. And we've got Hedron Crab on the battlefield, like one of the coolest mill cards that they've made. And a Seismic Assault coming
Gain
down.
life. Which, and I also feel like Dragonclaw, even if he does play lots of red spells and she gains lots of life, it still won't really change much. Ooh, throwing in
No.
the draw step, I'm assuming, or upkeep at the.
Before a land gets played.
But yeah, before mill happens,
The Hedron Crab is so cool, though.
it is so cool.
That's so sad.
But it leaves, it looks like 3 lands, or 3 cards, 4 cards.
I can
left for
feel my
Tristan.
lungs. So a
You
land
can
coming
feel
down
your
from
lungs?
yeah, like
We need to
from
quote that one.
So a glimpse,
A glimpse?
of the unthinkable coming down, and we are going to hit
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
no
That
swans.
Was 7 lands though.
That is a lot of land.
7 lands and 1 Shadow of the Grave.
Yep. Oh my goodness, we're
More
up to
mana.
271 quotes. Did you know that we have the
There's the
second
birds.
most
Throws
quotes?
it, draw a card. Draws 2.
Uh-oh.
He can
Uh-oh,
slowly
uh-oh,
start to
uh-oh,
go off
uh-oh,
if he has enough
Uh-oh. Hammer time.
lands. Hammer time.
Did you just do a hammer dance in
Yeah.
your chair? I dig it. So Tristan's trying to go off this turn. Did you know that we have the second most quotes on MTG Bot? Like of all the streams, we are taking up almost 4% of all of the quotes.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Why are you saying whoops? Don't say whoops. Oh, because the formatting. Tevin,
I like to hear myself talk as to why Justin doesn't like 6 words.
he doesn't like to restrict himself.
Yeah. I don't like 6 words because I'm not good at words.
God. So this combo that you're firing off, drawing 2 cards every time that he deals, throws a land. The Swan of Bryn Argyle says prevent all damage that would be dealt to it. For each damage prevented this way, draw a card. Tristan, drawing multiple cards, trying to assemble 10 lands in hand right now.
Looks like he's got 6 or 7.
I only have myself to blame. I know. I think the ratio's shifted way higher than 60%.
He doesn't. He might not. Does he have enough land?
That might have
Oh,
been
That
exactly
might have been
it.
it.
Did we just hit exactly the number that we need? Oh my goodness.
1, 2, 3,
Am I a fan of
4, 5,
dinosaurs?
6.
Clearly you haven't
No, he's
seen
going
them.
for the draw.
Clearly
He didn't get 2 lands. He needs. He might just lose.
Is that 10?
I think that's only 9.
No.
No, it was 8. It was 8. He's gonna leave 1 card left in his library. All she has to do is mill 1 card.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, it's because that Glimpse the Unthinkable hit 7 lands. It hit 7 lands, and that's why he wasn't able to get
Out of the 42 though?
7 lands out of your deck is 7 lands out of your deck.
If Tristan manages to live, he just attacks with swans or throws a land.
It's a gamble to.
I did take the wrong
Oh,
card.
it was the last card was a land. Oh man.
But he. That is so
He had a
tragic.
Maniac in hand.
That is so tragic.
Oh my goodness.
Aww. So sweet. They're married.
I think they heard all that.
Oh,
That was awesome.
brutal. Let's head on up to the booth and see if we can find some more magic to be seen.
Yeah.
Oh, that
That was so
was
good.
brutal. That was brutal. Let's head on up. Hello and thank you for joining. That is awesome having you all here. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. Doesn't he have bolts in hand? I don't think so. Or didn't have the mana or something. I don't know, but he did not have it together. Oh, that is unfortunate. When you don't have Dakmar salvage, good point. Ugh, brutal. But thank you everybody for joining. My name is TJ. Isn't she up a few games when they played against it? Historically, yeah. Can't he upkeep bolts before draw? I'm not sure if he had a lightning bolt in hand. I actually didn't see. I did not see if he had a bolt in hand. That was turn 4. Was it the natural? Was it the natural turn 3 seismic, turn 4 Swan's Call today? Man, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. So, we're in round 3 right now of, I believe, 5. Trying to get some more feature matches on. I'm dying a little bit, but having a good time, and I hope that you are all doing well. This stream means a lot to me. I love doing this. I need some soup. I agree completely, but I didn't get to have soup. So, that's okay. I'll find more soup later in the world and have some fun with that. In the meantime, I'm going to keep on casting because that's what I do. That is what I do. I do this all the time, every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and it's a ton of fun. We've got an incredible group of mods, an incredible group of viewers, an incredible group of co-hosts, an incredible group of players. Pabrinha, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Almost 200 people here tonight. Thank you for all of your support, especially on on these days where we have like Star City and Magic going. It's always a little bit of a slower day. A, because people are watching the replays of that, and B, because people have been watching Magic all day. Doro, thank you so much for your moderatorship, or whatever you call it. Thanks for being awesome. I cannot wait to see you next time. Bye, Doro the door. Close enough. Close enough. But Doro is great. Nah, that was close enough, Peach Squeeze Altars. That was close enough. Should probably just... Man. What'd you prefer that I call you? I guess I could just call you your name as well. But Peach Squeeze Altars is a mouthful. Anytime that I'm like plugging your stream, I'll say the full thing. But is there your preferred shorthand? Is there a preferred shorthand? I'm trying to save my voice here. Try to save it. Okay, just Peach? Alright, thanks Peach. Thanks Peach. Okay. Oh, it's such a peach. That sounds delightful. That sounds delightful. Delightful. So, what else do we have? Texas is out there. What are my thoughts on the Devoted Druid combo deck? If you mean just Obzon that's running it, I think it's pretty neat. If you're talking about the super dedicated one, then it's, I think, a little bit too all-in. But it's certainly cool. It's got a lot of potential. It gets disrupted reasonably well, or reasonably easily, so you gotta keep a lot of resiliency. And stay up past 10? Let's not get absurd, Peach. It is only 8:25 where we are. Really? Oh my goodness, it is only 8:25. It's so far it's and we even go into time every round. Okay. Oh my goodness. Tevin, we get to have ice cream for dinner. Hold on. I'm starting to realize how long it's been since I've eaten. I should probably do that soon. I'm going to do that after this stream. I'm going to go and eat something. But don't ask me. The Jackapup, it's good to see you. Don't ask me when I last ate because I don't want to answer. But now you're all going to. So I shouldn't have said that either. What a weird world that we live in where saying something is actually the worst way to say not to do something. Devoted Druid is $11 right now. My goodness, it's dropped. That's kind of good. But that's a pretty high price for that card. It is sweet. I like it. The combo is interesting, but I don't quite know how sold I am on like the full in, all in version like there was at the Atlanta Classic. I am much more interested in it being run in like the Obzon company. But if that is better than, say, the Wall of Omens that they're replacing, I'm not convinced. More testing required. Kinetic Stasis, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. I'm trying to rest my voice a little bit, so my commentary is not up to my usual expectation. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely... I'm just trying to preserve my voice a little bit. Whew! What else can we do? Who's favored in Eldrazi versus Blue-White Control? You always thought it was Eldrazi, and from your experience it seems that way. I would agree. I would agree that Eldrazi is the favorite one there. At least I would... Actually, you know what? It depends... Actually, Spreading Seas is quite a good card against them. So maybe because of Spreading Seas, the counter spells... You know what? Actually, it might be okay. It depends on how many Cavern of Souls are in there. If the Cavern of Souls comes down, I might give it to the Eldrazi, but up until that point, I think Blue-White Control can probably hold its own pretty well. So I could see it going in that favor. I could see it going in that favor. I guess I would rather be playing... What would I rather be playing in that match? I don't know.
Hey Ryan, can you be on the wall?
I think that I would rather be playing Eldrazi in that matchup.
What's
Yep.
the... In what matchup?
Yep. Eldrazi versus Blue-White Control.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yep.
I would rather play Blue-White Control because I don't like Eldrazi.
Really?
Yeah.
There we go. You're looking for a little advice. Got a 60-person modern event. You're waffling between Affinity and Living End.
Affinity has, I think, a better chance of staying relevant, whereas Living End right now is positioned really well. That at least I believe it is.
If you have both of them, and if you're... How good are you with Living End? I guess is the big
That's
question.
true. And from what Coleman's saying, it's how lucky are you with Living End?
Eh.
He hasn't lost the game yet, is what he says. Oh, I do have another match.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Because the deck's bonkers right now.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
So player 1 name
Okay.
is Tom. Player 2 is Ryan. We have Ad Nauseam, which won with Laboratory Maniac
Nice.
against Mill.
And? Oh, it is Mill.
Yeah, Esper Mill.
Really?
Yeah. We have 2 Mill decks today.
Game 3?
Going to game 2
With Ad
with Ad
Nauseam?
Nauseam up a game.
That is incredible, because normally Mill is super favored against this deck.
Yeah.
So,
I should have been thinking ahead and had...
probably, but that's okay. I forgive. And I forget.
What do you forget?
I don't know.
Nice.
Let's head on down. Game 3, or Game 2.
Game 2.
Okay, there's
There's
something.
the
Okay,
Uh-oh.
so,
Tom made it to the wall first. I told Ryan to sit on the wall, but
So-
he's slower.
so not only did you have it, oh my goodness.
I told them where to sit and they didn't listen.
Against Ryan?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Ryan actually has a decent chance at not losing to Laboratory Maniac because he does run, at least he did run Fatal Pushes.
Well, and also if they just mill the Laboratory Maniac. But, like,
Yeah, also true.
obviously it's not just in the bag, but,
Me and Garrett. Is that okay?
Well, they're going to game 2.
Oh, they are?
Well,
Oh,
yeah, we have a match moving there.
Oh, never mind.
It's fine. You guys are good to go whenever.
okay. Where can you buy those sleeves? I don't know. I don't know what those sleeves are. They look like they're part of the creature collection.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Even with glasses, my eyes are really bad.
People knock living in for no reason. You have a friend who's talented at living. The difference between a good. I think once you know how to play the sideboard matchups, it's going to be a pretty big difference. Like, the living in deck is not dead. Now, Ryan, actually, if you were watching the Card Kingdom stream on Thursday, Ryan went 4-0 with this deck.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ryan
Well,
went
he
4-0,
went,
won in the finals.
The GPT that I won here, he was top 4.
Yep. Ryan's a pretty talented Esper mill player. Runs a pretty unusual list. It is running 2 Lingering Souls. It's running, I think, 3 or 4 Wall of Omens.
He's got quite a bit of removal in the form of Fatal Pushes and Paths,
Yep.
as well as Damnations and Wraths.
Yeah. Like, Ryan's deck is pretty tuned.
He might
He's
not be
got
running
pretty
both,
solid
but-
with it.
I know he's running at least 2 board sweepers. I know one of them at least is a Damnation.
Yeah. Like, his deck is unusual, but it basically doesn't try and be a bad burn deck. It tries to be a control deck that...
Yeah,
Or
it's a control deck.
pseudo-control. Like, pseudo-burn... It takes a slightly more controlling role so that you don't...
Yeah.
aren't just being a bad burn deck. It's
Dual
pretty
Arsenal.
awful.
Next time I'm out, I'll ask Tom where he got his thieves.
I think... Yeah, Tom. Okay.
Yeah.
But, Tom taking game 1. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was really funny because Tom was very excited that he got it, and Ryan was very disappointed that he got it with a Laboratory Maniac.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Because my guess is it was a late game Laboratory Maniac that came down, where Ryan no longer had a way of taking care of
It's
it.
probably like the last turn to where just before he got the final bit of
Yeah.
mail, just... Oh! Laboratory Maniac. Woo!
Now, what would be really cool is you gave it Flash somehow and just threw it in there. Like,
That would be cool.
upkeep, draw, no cards in library, in response.
T Forbes, it's so good to see you. Mark Confidant, I didn't actually see you in the chat. It's good to see you as well. Mark Confidant, don't you live with another rogue? Like, through pure circumstance. Mark Confidant watched our stream. Boot to the Head was a member of the Rose Gallery. And I think Boot to the Head moved and happened to move in with Mark Confidant. If I remember right. You have a Platinum Angel in play in your standard turn. Can you change your name to Hans? Yes. Yes, you can. That's a great story.
Computers are going really loud.
I don't think that's the computer. It is the computer.
Yeah. And that's how we lose stream. Oh, I fixed it.
Hooray!
I'm impressed.
Hooray. I think we need to dust that thing.
Probably. We'll let Devin
Okay.
do his upkeep on his computer.
And just like that, you shuffle him up. You're nervous.
I know.
Didn't shuffle enough.
I know.
Go on 15, switching it up. But I see through you. Yeah, I'm calling you bluff. Okay. TJ Smash. TJ Fix. Okay. So,
But you can't hear anything, Arsenal, because he fixed it.
Tom might actually win with this Ley Line of Sanctity.
Just straight up. Yeah, being Esper, there's not a whole lot that he can do to get rid of it. What is that? Visions from Beyond?
Yeah, that's Visions from Beyond. It draws a card, or 3 if you, but he has actually likely brought in Disenchants for this.
Right.
Partially because they hit, Fraction of Life if you feel like it. So Disenchant likely in this deck. So he should be able to fight through this decently well.
I remember when that quote was added, or when it was said.
It was a good time. I needed to know. It's still true to this day.
Ah! I got you.
See, my head is 3 water bottles wide.
Ah! I would say it's like 2.5.
Maybe slightly less. Maybe 2.5 now.
Your head shrunk.
Okay.
You are head shrink.
Wow. So, Mesmeric Orb out for Ryan. It's a way that doesn't require targeting. We get rid of an Angel's Grace. Peach, have a good night before turning into a pumpkin. That's funny. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time that you stream in, probably, or at least I'll try and catch it. And another Leyline of Sanctity is seen off of this. Likely going to be putting that one on the bottom, because you already have the one, unless you want redundancy for potential disenchants. And it looks like that actually might be the case. So Tom is interested in keeping this around through a disenchant.
Yeah, which I think is the right thing to do.
It's risky. It's risky, but it might work. It's a bold strategy. Because the problem is that it keeps you farther away from your combo, and that's like a tricky spot to be in.
That's true.
Okay.
Especially without having any lotus petals. Lotus bloom?
Lotus Bloom.
Lotus blooms.
Yes. So, 2 mana out for Ryan. Does have that Mesmeric Orb. Needs to be aware of as he starts to cast things, he'll be milling himself. Not the biggest issue, but something to note. I would love... I'd have to see how many cards specifically say opponent, or how many say, or target opponent as opposed to target player. Because I would love to see an Esper Mill deck sideboard Laboratory Maniac itself, and then just target itself a bunch.
Oh, that's true. He's keeping it on top because there's the mill.
Oh, that's a good point. Good point. Bell Rain the 7th, you are way ahead of me. We are going to mill the Leyline of Sanctity, draw the card. That was a cool play. I like where your head's
Yeah,
at.
mill in a card that you do not need.
I like where your head's at. That was a good line. I did not spot that.
Don't quote me on
Oh, man. They did quote me on that.
that.
Dang it, slowly crashing. Coleman. Man, I can't... Coleman's 2-0 so far, though. I like that. We've got negates in hand for Tom as well, but not the fastest start. And if he starts tapping permanents, then he has to mill more. He could just play for the patience game. He's not dead to, getting hit by a lot of that stuff. But if Ryan's setting up to just end step disenchant, Tom has got the negate up.
Yeah, no, I feel like Tom doesn't have to do anything to win this game until he just wins with Ad Nauseam.
Yeah. Eventually, he'll just accidentally draw the win.
Yeah.
Until then, he's not under much pressure.
Until then, he's missing land drops, so this game just gets longer.
Yep. I'm dying.
So we're going for a fetch, going down to 16, and it looks like they are
Shocking down to
as
14.
well, down to 14. This way you don't have to mill an extra card.
Nice. Classic. Classic Texas.
Hmm.
I assume?
I mean, I'm not doing it.
It's probably more because he wants a 3-mana play, and it's probably a Lingering Souls.
That seems a bit over the top.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry.
Or he's just gonna play Lingering Souls.
Oh, now that does seem like a reasonable play. Okay, so maybe that's the line.
Nope, just 2 mana.
Okay, I guess it is just a 2-mana play.
Going
And
for the
it's-
disenchant and letting it happen.
Tom lets that resolve and doesn't...
Let it happen. Is that a Ghost Quarter?
Yes.
Ghost Quarter hitting a Gemstone Mine.
What?
Alright, this game just went from I'm pretty sure Ryan is not going to win to Ryan has a good chance of winning.
Why did he not negate that?
Is
I
it
bet
not
Tom-
a negate?
Tom's got a negate in hand, guaranteed. I wonder if he might be thinking the exact same thing right now.
What's that?
Why didn't he
Oh.
negate that?
But he even I don't know. I guess he just let it happen and then let it happen.
Does Ryan have all the archive traps too?
Oh, that'd be so sweet.
I think he's actually got backup disenchant in hand as well.
But you don't need because you already built the other Sanctity. I'm assuming you don't play more than 2 in the side.
I am convinced that that was a negate in hand.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
one.
the archive trap mill 13.
It's like, wait, what is this?
Oh my goodness.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many Ad Nauseams does a Nauseam play?
A lot. It's like 4.
You play all 4?
Yeah.
1, 2.
Assuming Spirit Guides are out, 2 Ad Nauseams are out,
And that's exactly why I was asking.
and a Phyrexian Unlife.
Does he need Unlife?
That or Angel's Grace.
And he's just going for the Ad Nauseam.
Surgical on the Ad Nauseam.
Does Ad Nauseam have another
my.
one?
You mean like a Laboratory Maniac?
Oh, yeah.
There's one in hand.
There's a Maniac in hand?
And a negate. So there is a negate.
Yeah, there is
2
a
pact of
negate.
negation.
Why?
Another Leyline of Sanctity.
Why didn't he negate?
A Lightning Storm and a Silence. Ryan just went off this turn.
If you
Maybe he's holding onto the negate to
Yeah.
make sure that he can protect the Laboratory Maniac.
That's fair.
And because he has the other Leyline in hand, he can just
He also
cast
has 2 packs of negation.
it. So maybe that's his intent, is to just
Oh, and he
protect.
does have a 3rd Sanctity.
It's probably purely about protecting the Laboratory Maniac.
I guess because he's going up against Mill, you're right. He's just going all in on the Maniac, letting Ryan use up his resources to stop ad nauseum.
Yep. Taking out one of the 2 heads of this Hydra and
He
drawing in
just drew an
another Leyline.
4. I guess I just don't
That's
know
Leyline
ad nauseum
number
very
4.
well.
What, 4 Leylines?
Yeah.
You run 4 on the sideboard because if you're going to run Leyline, you run 4. There is no 2 Leyline. The card is only good when it's in your opening hand, so you run the largest number of it to increase
Okay.
your chances. Like, it's a 0 or a 4.
That makes sense.
3 if you feel like a mad lad. But yeah.
3 if your deck mulligans really well.
Even then, not really. Tom with a hand, no lands in hand, having to discard a Leyline of Sanctity. We're gonna mill 2 cards, and Tom is discarding cards. Every card in his hand is either negate, pact negation, or costs 4 or more. Stone sounds not bad. Not amazing, but not bad.
But when his game plan is Laboratory Maniac.
Stops Lotus Bloom though, and it stops Pentad Prism.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not terrible. But I feel like not milling your opponent at all instead and playing an artifact hate isn't...
That's fair. Okay.
Especially since you've already got a nauseam out. So what is he really going to do with those Lotus Blooms and whatnot?
We draw the 4th land. I think I would like the Jund mid-range deck that plays Coco. Probably. I like almost everything. So, Leyline of Sanctity coming on down using one of these counters from the Gemstone Mine. There's actually just the 2 mill decks, but they're both here. I think there's only 2 mill players either.
Yeah.
So,
As far as I know, they're the only 2 that come to the store even semi-regularly.
we lose another Mesmeric Orb, and we lose the Path to Exile. Ryan, still on 2 lands. Both of these players having some mana issues.
A lot of Ryan's lands have been milled with his own orb.
Yep. Must feel good.
Honestly, I think Ryan's doing a better job at milling himself than he is his opponent. this
Coleman,
game.
was I right or was I right? Please be honest. Is Living End just wildly underrated right now? Because I'm pretty sure that deck's bonkers right now. The meta feels right for it. Like, the new cards just gave it a huge boost.
Yeah, Tevin's right. 3-0 is 3-0. Never be sad that you're doing really well.
Oh, your opponent's decks have been sweeter than yours? That's fair.
Can we get a list of what you've been playing?
But, like,
You played against Nick.
oh,
You
Nick's
beat
deck
Nick.
is so sweet. The deck's pretty good. Nice. God, I'm so... Like, I've been talking about it a lot, so I'm really happy to get some affirmation of, like, from someone who has tested, because I haven't had the opportunity to actually test it.
Yeah.
I've just been like, from a paper perspective, the deck looks bonkers right now. Coleman's on Living End.
Yeah.
Coleman is on Living End.
Coleman's playing Living End. He's already beat the Teamer Assault loan that we watched earlier.
I think it actually matches up decently against Death Shadow.
Yeah, it does. Because, like, they get Street Race back.
Well, so do they, but I think that your creatures outclass
No,
theirs. 'cause
that's what I mean. Is like, that Death Shadow can get Street Race back, but, like, you have 3/4s to their 2/2s.
I think it matches up decently well against that deck, because you're running 3 mana board wipes against a deck that runs not too many threats.
Alright, so some things have happened since we stopped paying attention, but mostly
really?
looks like just lands being played.
Yep.
And
We're discarding Simian Spirit Guide, so we are completely off casting some of those stuff.
so this is going to draw 3 cards. So this is Visions of the Beyond, or of Beyond. Visions of Beyond, I believe.
Yep.
And it draws 1 card for 1 blue mana, or it draws 3 cards if there are 20 cards or more in any graveyard, in
That is
any
correct.
one graveyard.
That is correct. You nailed it. We're going to draw another 3. We are digging for disenchants, which are going to be negated probably. But that's okay. I mean, it is Ryan gets thrown in Ancestral. People talk about how good Thoughtcast is in Affinity. Visions of Beyond and Mill, like, obviously the caliber of decks and the large competitive scene are different.
Sure.
But Mill gets a true Ancestral recall.
Yeah, and it's a very powerful
almost true Ancestral recall.
And he did play it early, I believe, as well, to just cantrip once.
Yeah, he did that on turn 1, I believe.
Yeah.
He does have the disenchanted.
Mostly because, it's essentially 1 blue to cycle, and he's looking for the disenchant is what he was doing early.
Part of the reason why Ryan maybe not going for that Mill game plan is because he's fully aware that Tom is sitting on the Laboratory Maniac. So you want to make sure that you have an answer to that.
Which is hard to do because he has a negate. He has at least 1, if not 2, packed negations.
He knows about 2 of them.
Well, he knows about 2, but I don't know if Tom has discarded 1 or not.
Gotcha. So he needs to go with an answer to that. Or
so he
he'll
pretty
just
much needs to.
I think the big thing is that Ryan might be trying to hoard up enough cards to where if he does go for the Mill game plan, Tom doesn't have the opportunity to play the Laboratory Maniac in time.
And both decks are looking quite small at the moment.
Yep. Ancestral Vision isn't an instant, though. Nope.
Ryan going down to 11.
Classy move.
I believe in this game, neither life total particularly matters to
Not
either
really.
player.
Unless Tom isn't going to hoard enough lands in hand to actually hard cast a Lightning Storm off of 2 Gemstone Mines. Seems unlikely, though. Seems unlikely. Dabga, that has been a long time since you've been playing. I feel so weird not talking as much as I usually do. It's super weird for me right now. Ryan does have... Yeah, I think he's got the disenchant. I think we're holding off on it right now.
And I do believe that, if I'm not mistaken, Death Shadow is already on a decline. It's still popular, one of the more popular ones, but
Death Shadow?
less so, yeah.
I
Less so than it was like a month ago.
I still think it's probably the best deck in the format.
Really?
But decks are definitely rising up to combat it. Like,
Yeah.
Blue-Eye Control is well suited against it. Elves seems pretty well suited against it. Like, there are decks that are coming up that are doing well against the deck.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't change the fact that I think that Death Shadow is here to stay. I think the deck will
Yeah,
exist
absolutely.
for some time, and I think that it's probably still one of the best decks to be on right now.
Is this another non-target mill?
Hedron Crab?
It's each opponent, I believe.
I think you're right, but I want to make sure.
Yeah.
I want to make sure before I say that. Okay. Target player.
Target player, okay.
Yeah. So that one
But he
does target.
has disenchant.
Best part is that he has to mill himself.
Yes.
That's the funny part. He can try and disenchant that. It means that Tom would have to fire off his negates and start having to mill himself a little bit. So that's one of your options if your intent is to try and beat the 2 packed of negations in the negate, but that is a steep slope to climb.
Yeah. As well as you let Ryan tap out to disenchant, I think, because then on your turn you play Laboratory Maniac and you've got at least 3 counters open in the form of 1 negate and 2 packed negations.
Yep. Is Maniac in hand? Yes, it is.
Yes. We saw it earlier when Surgical Extraction was cast targeting ad nauseum. Hand was revealed, and we saw 2 packed negations, a negate, ad nauseum, or not ad nauseum, Laboratory Maniac.
Yeah.
And it pretty
Lightning
much,
Storm.
from the get-go, Tom pretty much immediately just decided to go to the laboratory plan.
Pretty heavily.
Yeah, didn't care what Ryan was doing to thwart the ad nauseum game plan because he already had the Maniac in hand.
Yep.
Very easily could have had it in hand turn in his opening hand.
2 mana for
Going
Ryan
for
here.
the disenchant.
And let's see if the negate is going to come in this time.
And no.
So, Negate takes it down, Ryan loses that ability, and suddenly Ryan doesn't have an out to this Leyline of Sanctity. I think he does have a third Disenchant, but does he find it?
Well, I think at this point, Ryan's best game plan is to allow your opponent to go for the mill, for the Maniac.
And just race on, like, having 3 removal spells?
Yeah.
That's...
At this point, you only need 2. We're untapping a lot of permanents this turn.
That's true. That is true. Let's see if we can get a look at this hand.
Another
Angel's
land.
Grace in hand as well, though.
That just says you can't lose the game, right?
Yep.
And if your life total reduce less the one that's reduced the one.
Correct. Correct. Means that Tom doesn't lose the turn that he tries to, if Ryan does end up with an answer for it. But Ryan getting 3 removal spells is a tall order in a deck that only runs like 7.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And we know at least one path is already gone.
Yep.
Does he run snaps? He might run snaps.
I don't know. I don't think so. Wall of Omens coming down. Might cast it just to try and
You
dig.
gotta be careful not to play lands. I think playing the crab was a mistake until you knew you could get rid of this ley line.
Yeah, it was definitely a risky one. It was definitely a risky play. Might end up punishing.
1, it's a land. He discarded it and left it on top. Drew another land. Looks like another tap land. Maybe a Seachrome.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
The world's mysterious now. The world is mysterious.
Draw for
He's
turn.
also low on mana. That's true. He's been missing land drops like crazy.
Yeah, he's been milling most of his lands.
So
He's going for the straight discard because he doesn't want to mill himself.
we lose an Angel's Grace. I think we're down to like 4 cards in library. Tom's got to cast this.
Yeah, it looks like
soon.
4, maybe 5.
Maybe Tom is going to cast that one and then try and surprise him by casting a bunch of Serum Visions in the same turn. Doesn't seem great though.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't matter if you win snaps.
So
And if Phyrexian Unlife, there's no reason to play because all that's going to do is mill you out faster. Another orb.
no, but what he can do is try and get Tom to actually mill out, and then Tom can just not die by using an Angel's Grace.
Yeah. But I feel like that doesn't necessarily mean he wins, though. That Tom wins.
I think Tom is forgetting though the Mesmeric Orb because he could cast Laboratory Maniac, and then at end steps just tap his mana base and mill himself for like 8.
I mean, yeah. I still think Ryan is fully aware of...
But it means that he gets to win while Ryan doesn't get as many
Well, and
chances.
he is charging his charge land specifically so that he can win with Maniac. So that is Tom's game plan. With 2 Pact Negations in hand, it's not bad. But I feel like Ryan might have enough removal spells.
Huh.
Oh, you know what? He doesn't have enough removal spells.
He doesn't?
No, because Fatal Push doesn't hit a Maniac unless he has Revolt.
Oh, but he just drew a Disenchant, actually. The final Disenchant, and with the Laboratory Maniac not out yet, I'm expecting Tom to, like, cast
It's
it.
gonna be Pact to Pact. He's got Pact Negations.
Yes, he's got...
So you disenchant Pact Negation.
But that's more that you aren't seeing there. I don't know. This is a weird spot to be in. This is weird, weird, weird.
Just letting it go.
So Tom has a lot of capacity to win. He's going to have to cast Angel's Grace and then fire this off. But Tom has been waiting a long time on this. I think he's got 2 Angel's Grace in hand, or maybe
This is
Angel's Grace and
exciting.
Silence.
What does Silence do?
Silence says that your opponents can't cast spells this turn.
So he's doing this on his upkeep.
It would seem to be the case, because I think what he's going to do is if Ryan doesn't have... Oh, this is cleanup.
Yeah, so,
So
discard
Tom's gonna
upkeep,
silence? And then he's going to Angel's Grace.
Play
So he
Maniac.
can't lose. Play Maniac, cast Serum Visions.
He's got Serum Visions. That might be
Yep. That's going to be it. Tom is going to win this in 2 against a matchup that is pretty difficult to win, actually. Angel's Grace, Laboratory Maniac.
And
I've got these counter spells, and I'm going to cast Serum Visions. And Tom is going to take the win.
Yeah, as far as I can tell,
In turns.
unless Ryan's got something, he's got to tap his mana.
Well, he can't cast
appropriately.
spells this turn. He got silenced.
Right. We've seen Stranger Things.
Really?
No.
Okay. Let's head on
Yeah,
up and see
Tom
what
gets
we've
the
got.
win in 2.
It's time for round 4, so I think Tick's going to work on finding us that next match.
I
and we're
shall.
gonna have some fun. We'll see you there. Hello and thank you so much for joining. My name's TJ. Texas is out there trying to find us a match, and you are all incredible. Thank you so very much for joining and being here. This stream means a lot to me. I'm feeling a little bit like coffee. I've got a bit of a cough today. I do apologize for that one. But still having a good time trying to get through this coverage. We've got 2 more rounds. We've got 5 rounds tonight, I believe, and round 4 is about to be posted. If you are joining for the first time, hit that follow button, join us more in the future, or consider subscribing and supporting this channel. Each dollaroo makes TJ regenerate slightly, I'm told. Each subaroo helps TJ regenerate. Cycle Decree of Pain, live the dream. Cycle Decree of Pain, live the dream. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's how you do it. That's how you have some fun. But either way, we have been having a lot of cool matches here tonight. And let's see what else we can get out there.
We are in the finals now.
Oh, we only have 4 rounds tonight?
Yeah.
Whoops. That's probably best for me going to get some soup, though.
Coleman actually also thought it was 5.
Okay, so we are going to be heading into the final round, actually. Coleman on the camera.
Yes, but Chance. And player 1. Coleman, player 2.
So now we get to find out for ourselves as we see
Jund,
Shadow.
Shadow versus Living End.
It's time to find out for ourselves what this matchup looks like. In my mind,
Unfortunately, they
favorite.
were talking, or they just were talking. They playtested it before, and Jund did not stand a chance.
It really doesn't seem like
I
it's...
also agree, Rathi, that Jund is my least favorite of the Shadows.
Interesting. That is a very interesting position.
I think the blue that Grixis brings is really, really, really good.
I don't disagree with that.
Are you gonna do that Shadow for the question?
No. Because we can't. But that is an interesting position to take. Okay, let's head on down to the field and watch the final one. Trips Good Eye, thanks for the follow, even though I feel like you've been following for some time. I'll see you there. Least interesting is a perfectly reason Valerie spell. Dang it, I keep messing this up.
That is also true.
Okay. The Oracle text on that cough says, oh nice. Can't regenerate? That is unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna die. That's fair. I'm dying. I hope you're okay with that.
Just like we mentioned earlier, after round 4, because I don't know if I can do this by myself.
No, that's totally fine.
Stubby
You should
denial.
probably give them a thumbs up because they're waiting on you.
It's hard to tell, but that is a pyramid, not just a line of dice. And they're keeping it in the middle.
Yep. Coleman's a troll to the core, so he's just going to keep on doing this.
What is that?
That is an Architects of Will, but did Chance just no land discard for turn?
I don't know what Architects of the World is.
Architect of Will cycles for 1, which is why most of these cards will, but when it enters the battlefield, you look at the top 3 cards of target player's library and rearrange them.
Okay.
What is going on? Oh, you know what? Chance is probably trying this out. I bet he purposely missed his first land drop to discard a Tarmogoyf so that he could just get one back when the living land hits. Unfortunately, that's a terrible idea.
I was going to say it's not terrible.
Okay. Sure. Why is it that Esper doesn't make it as a Death Shadow deck as Path and Orzhov Charm? It's a lot better if you don't run Orzhov Charm, from my experience.
Yeah, first off, it's a lot better without Orzhov Charm, and the red is pretty important.
It is clever, but I don't think that it's good. Then again, now if he's going to Thoughtseize himself, if he's going all in this game plan, one Tarmogoyf didn't seem like enough. Is he all about the Delirium then?
Yeah, I mean...
This got Delirium online.
But I guess if he looks at Coleman's hand, what is he gonna... Like, no, you go for a Cascade spell.
You take a Cascade spell or
Or Living Indirect.
or a Beast Within.
Yeah. This is still just a one-land hand from Chance, too. He's down to 15.
I'm perplexed by this whole thing.
Nothing makes sense. But like I said, they did playtest a lot before this game, or before the tournament. So I guess Chance is just trying something new to figure out how to beat Living End.
I think you're exactly right. I think Chance is experimenting on stream right now for us.
Perfect. We got the Street Racer.
Coleman on the
Did
other
not draw
hand,
another land.
Coleman on the other hand, just doing his thing. He's just cycling, puts in the Desert Ceradon, puts in the Monstrous Carabid, goes for a fetch, which is why he's at 17.
With Chance stuck on one land, I feel like you just continue to put Cyclers in your graveyard.
He's gonna Tarfire himself. That one makes a little bit of sense with the Death Shadow, but still unusual. This is weird. Is that the Swamp Cycling one?
I believe so, yeah.
I thought it was basic Swamp Cycling. I forget the name of that one. I'm not used to seeing that one in Living on decks.
Well, I think some of the older ones don't have basic swamp cycling.
Interesting.
Or basic land cycling. I think they're just swamp cycling. Because I know some of the ones even from Alara are plain cycling. They're not basic plain cycling.
This is just unusual. That's where I'm going to put it. That's where I'm going to put it. Okay.
What is that spell he just cast?
That one?
Yeah.
That's a Monstrous Carabid. It's a 4/4 that attacks each Trinity Fable.
Just straight up.
It's a fair magic card.
Also,
He is just playing fair magic at this point. He has hit that point in the game.
What does he need to do instead? Because his opponent is on one land.
Exactly. Like, he's winning.
And killing himself.
And now he plays out the demon that gets plus X.
+2/+1.
I think. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's +2/+1 every time you cycle, and I think you can only do it once.
The Horror of the Broken Lands.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, looks like the, I don't know what that... I forget the
Curator
name of it.
Mysteries? What does that one do?
That's the Sphinx.
Oh, you're right.
Some of them are going for a slight blue
That's
splash.
the
Trying
Glass
that out.
Dust Hulk.
And it gives them Ardent Plea as one of their Cascade spells so that they can run.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's an enchantment that has Exalted. So, and we're just going to attack fair and Chance dies. Like, Coleman just played outrageously fair magic and Chance's game plan. So, Chance had this interesting line. If I put my creatures into my graveyard, your Living End gets worse. And Coleman said, you're right. Anyway, I'll cast this 5-mana 4/4 and attack. Yeah. And, well, that worked out just fine.
Yeah. I think Chance had the right, especially with only being on one land. He had the right idea. He had the right idea with the hand that he chose to keep, but he should not have kept that hand.
I think Chance played an interesting game of Magic.
Yeah.
And I think that he experimented, and I think that he figured out exactly why he probably shouldn't be trying that in Game 2.
Yeah.
I will say that it is fantastic. Maybe it works if he has lands. True, it might work if he has lands. But I think that line... I'm excited that he's trying that. So now we can find out. No, yeah. That's true. Coleman was going to crush that game no matter what. One land and nothing to do. He was all dressed up and had nowhere to go. Okay. So, the problem with stifling the Living End plan is that you can win without Living End. It's a fact. It is a fact.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, I think they were quoting the game plan.
I get it.
Yeah.
I caught on.
Yep. So, any colors of Delver? Yeah, Jund. Oh yeah, I remember. I said that without thinking. Morikatsu, I'm not sure what you're trying to do. But if you're trying to show the card, you should type exclamation point card then Thoughtseize. And that will do it. I remember when Maeve said that. I do the memes. She does do the memes. She and Steven are Steven and John are my resident meme lords.
That's fair.
Uh,
No, that I don't think
Steven's
don't know anyone.
Steven is a meme economist, so he is all about what's up and coming.
Right.
John is a fantastic deliverer and fantastic
He knows the
meme.
right time and the right meme
Yep,
for every occasion.
exactly. And Maeve's kind of an underground memist,
Yeah.
to where she knows the memes that no one else knows.
And she gets some throwbacks going too.
Yeah, she does do some throwbacks. Occasionally she'll just start playing like Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
Maybe play a little bit of This Ain't a Scene, It's an Arms Race. Just so that we can all kind of get down. Okay. You don't know either? Are we just trying to look at... Okay. Thoughtseize is just of interest to us. Okay. Living End. Better now because Death Shadow decks brought back heavy creature decks like Company ones, and Blue-White Control doesn't match up well against Living End as well. I do feel like Blue-White Control should match up well against it. Not terribly, but counterspells are very good.
Yeah.
So I'm
But
not
I think they just
convinced.
go really fast. Or at
I
least
mean-
they can.
Counterspells, but the deck was also running like board wipes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 100% on Living End being a great deck right now, but there's a reason why Coleman is running two of the traps, or the redirect ricochet traps in his sideboard, and it's because counterspells are ridiculously good against this deck. So I'm not certain about that.
I do not know if Chance plays a White Splash.
Yes, he does. He does.
I believe we were talking about Blue-White versus Death Shadow, right? No, against Living End?
Against Living End.
Oh, against Living End?
Yeah.
Oh, then I think Blue-White should win.
Death Shadow beats Blue-White. Blue-White beats Living End.
Yeah.
Counterspells are good. You listen to Soundgarden, you know, I get that the whole thing is sad, but just yeah.
Pithing Needle.
What about it?
You can not stop Lotus Bloom with it or Pentaprism, correct? They're both mana abilities.
Are they mana abilities?
Yeah.
Are they mana abilities?
Lotus Bloom certainly is.
Pentaprism.
Pentaprism, I'm
Sunburst.
certain is. I'm 99% that Pentaprism is a mana ability.
Pretty sure, so it's a negative on both. That's what I said. Too.
I don't think that you can stop either of those.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say what they should name. But there's a way better card to
Right.
name.
He asked if those two specific ones. Like, I don't think either one. Pithing Needle will stop either one of those from
I
going.
That
don't
is
believe-
correct. But
That's
there's
fine.
one that you should name. And in case you're wondering, it's Lightning Storm.
Actually, not
Because-
really.
I mean,
Needles-
Pithing Needle may not be the best card to bring in against Ad Nauseam, but you can still name at
Chances taking the draw.
Cool.
Think about that.
Okay.
no land drop, discard a creature.
So Chance choosing to take the draw. Apparently determining that having extra cards
Ooh.
in hand is going to be big.
He's going straight for the cycle
Revoker does stop it, however.
and discarding
Rule
an
of Law-
Aethersworn Canonist.
It's funny, we were just talking about how Rule of Law seems good. Well, Aethersworn Canonist is kind of a Rule of Law.
Yeah.
It also just straight up stops Living End from resolving.
Oh, this is end of turn.
So Chance
doing
went
something.
on the draw so that he could discard. So Coleman gonna do this at the end step before Chance discards for his cleanup step, and then he's gonna. Why would he put an Aethersworn Canonist into the graveyard? That doesn't stop it from resolving because the only way it got in is because it was resolving. Unless this is more about getting.
He's going for the all-out game plan that he did last
Chance
time.
is going all in again. He's just gonna try and discard as many cards as possible, and Coleman's gonna probably try and just beat him with fair creatures. Coleman, that's fine. You don't want to cast it.
You don't want either of those to resolve. You'll win if they don't resolve.
Like,
Is he? He's not playing another land. It's now 3
I'm
turns in a row.
perplexed. I'm perplexed by this. Coleman probably just gonna start casting fair creatures though. He could actually just beast within his own land and start attacking with a 3/3, which is probably what he's gonna try and do.
Street Wraith. Maybe he's got like. Maybe he's got something nice in hand, so he's just waiting. Like maybe he's got a Death Shadow or 2 in hand, so he's just waiting until he's at a low enough life to cast it.
Maybe. That's not a bad idea. I'm overall like. Well, I mean, this is odd.
Isn't Mishra's Bauble a 0-drop?
Yep. He would. It also draws a card, so he would never actually like. I'm not sure why he didn't just play that and pop it, because if he drew into a creature, then he could just discard that. It keeps his hand size the same. So I think in that one he just kind of got a little bit tunnel visioned.
Yeah.
On his game plan. We're just gonna discard that. Coleman moving into the Fair Magic realm. He's also just outclassing a lot of what's going on here, but I don't think he needed to cycle all these. But I'm surprised that Coleman has not yet beast within one of his own lands. A 3/3 would just be able to do a good amount of work here. But also Coleman's creature base in the graveyard is probably better. Is that Rough and Tumble? That's Rough and Tumble.
I don't know what that card does.
I'm gonna put it on screen, and I bet you can tell me exactly why why a recent rules change has been.
You put it on the
brilliant.
wrong screen.
Yes, I did.
Bring up that crap though.
I bet you
Tell
can
you
tell
what
me.
a what?
Why is it brilliant?
Alright, now we're testing my knowledge. Ugh.
Ugh. Okay.
More discard.
So he does make a beast out of his own land.
Deals 2 damage to each creature without flying.
Nope. Oh wait, this isn't Rough and Tumble. Hold on, there's another one. Sorry, it's Dead and Gone. This isn't Dead and Gone. So it's not Rough and Tumble, it's Dead and Gone.
Then
So,
deals 2 damage
to target
to
creature.
target creature. So it's shock.
Yep.
And then return target creature you don't control to its owner's hand.
Yep. The reason why this is brilliant is because a recent change in the CMC rules now allows you to run dead without cascading into it.
Nice.
Yes. So now
So
you
you
have
get
a
a shock.
You get a 1 mana play
Yeah.
in Living End without having to run things like
And
Dismember.
with Gone,
you can actually use that after you've gone
Yeah.
off. Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
like, oh, you got a really nice Termagoyf. Nah.
Meh.
I mean, it's still a 2-drop Termagoyf, so you can play it next turn. But typically, you just send it back and win.
Yep, and Coleman's just
Ooh.
hard casting the Street Wraith.
With
Chance.
its Swamp Walk.
Yep, having played a swamp suddenly feels a little
Inquisition.
bit less
So,
good. Would you like the Cascade
Cascades?
spells, the Dead and Gone, or one of my 3 living
living
ends?
ends.
Which do you want?
I mean,
And now Chance laughing at Coleman's ridiculous line of play with these 3 living ends. Yes, I'm casting shade at you.
no. Chance laughing his line of play, his opponent's line of play.
Oh,
After what? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He did beast within his own land, so turn 6. Chance has 1 land by choice.
yep. Ha! Your deck is ridiculous.
It's like, well, you can definitely keep the one spell you're going to cast.
Oh my goodness. This is just bonkers. The best part is that Coleman can actually go for the pump spell to give each of his creatures +1/+0, and then just choose not to cast the Living End.
I kind of want Coleman to suspend both living ends right now.
But
Give himself a 3-turn clock.
he's got a 2-turn clock on board.
I know.
Oh, like challenge himself?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty fun, actually. I would be behind that.
Yeah.
So Coleman is probably about to go 8-0 on the day.
Yeah.
Living End's pretty good. Now, granted, this matchup, I'm a little bit perplexed by Chance's game plan. But,
Oh, the deck only runs 3 living ends?
oh, that's right, he is running it. on the
That
field.
makes sense
That's right.
because you don't need to run 4.
You don't want to draw them. I know. I'm dumb. I am Doom. I should know that anyway. But yeah, I think Coleman's about to sweep the tournament.
I mean,
Livian's sweet. I would, like, if I had all the cards, I would be playing this right now.
yeah.
I mean, not for long, but for a while I definitely would. Does that mean you cascade forever? You end up cascading once you find no results. You shuffle your library.
Yeah.
And,
So you look at the top card, or you reveal the top card until you reveal a CMC of 2 or less in this case. And if you don't, then you just cascade fizzles.
Yep. On the bright side, Chance now learning that is not a good game plan, because I think that people forget the capacity for Living End to play fair. Any strategy in which the Living End engine is not good against, turns out playing fair is.
Yeah, like if you play against Living End and your entire goal is to, well, if I just cast my creatures,
He's given himself the challenge.
and if I just cast my creatures, then he'll.
See, combo decks are probably the bad matchup for it. That I agree
Yeah.
with. That gets a little bit rough.
Like against creature decks, like I'll just hold my creatures until he Living Ends,
And it
and
depends
then I'll
on...
play mine. But if you just sit there holding your creatures, then they're just going to cast creatures, and then as soon as you try to play your creatures, then that's when he cascades and gets all his cyclers back.
Well, I think we have now learned something about this game plan against Living End.
Yep.
What? Don't. Coleman with the Blood Moon against 2 basics. Oh my goodness. Because it's so sweet, Kinetic Stasis, awesome. I think the deck's well positioned. If you're familiar with the deck, then that's good. But sideboarding is going to be weird. But let's head on up to the booth and see what we can find as far as another match here in the 4th and final round.
Absolutely.
See you up there. Hello, and thank you so much for joining. It's a pleasure having you here. Living End is good, but the deck is very weak to hate. I actually disagree, notably. But Living End did sweep it for the win. Oh my goodness. But I actually disagree that the deck is weak to hate. I think that it obviously does get affected by hate, sure. But I think that it is far more resilient than people give it credit for. Interestingly. But that is okay. So, we're going to try and find another match here in the 4th and final round. I'm going to then go and try and consume a bunch of soup and feel excellent and be excellent to myself. So that's what I'm excited for. Affinity. Affinity's great. Affinity's real good. I've got loyalty for Affinity. That was my first competitive Modern deck that I played. Good times. Good deck. A lot of fun. I actually miss playing it. I'm considering it for Vegas. But that's also if I play in Vegas, which I'm currently unconvinced on. I might just go to Go. Because I like going to events. Thank you, Veggie. I appreciate that. I hope I feel better tomorrow as well. I hope I feel better tomorrow as well. Would you say I have affinity for Affinity? I would. It's probably going to be tomato soup with grilled cheese. But not a melt. I had to scold Coleman today, I had to scold Coleman yesterday for suggesting putting ham on a grilled cheese. To which I told him that is a melt and not a grilled cheese. I cannot believe that Coleman did not know the difference. Okay, you spent yesterday with Affinity losing to Spellstutter Sprites and Lingering Souls? Well, that's unusual. That is unusual. Cheese is a bad idea when you're sick. That's probably true, but it's also really tasty. Like, real tasty. But you're probably right. I should probably just have soup. Okay. Isn't grilled cheese just bread and cheese? You can have butter as well on there in a little bit. A ham and cheese toasty? Now that's fine. You can call it a ham and cheese toasty all you want. That sounds fine. Oh, I was talking about the Spellstutter Sprites, Tevin. The Lingering Souls is super common. I agree with that one. Lingering Souls is like the biggest thorn in the side for that deck as far as common cards go. Okay. Is that GG day over? What? I'm not sure what you mean. We're going to see what else that we have out in the field. It's 9:20 only. I know. It's only 9:20 and we are coming up towards the end. We cruised through. We went to time in each of these rounds as well. But we seem to be firing through today pretty quickly. And then, I don't even know where. Can I go buy soup at this time of night? I don't think so. I don't think I can buy soup. Like, soup that is already soupified at this time of night. I just don't think that that exists. I'll have to see what I can come up with. Huh. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. Cheese versus melt. Grilled cheese versus melt is literally the most pedantic non-argument the internet has ever reacted to. I'm not really sure if that's true. I'm not sure if that's true. There's been far more pedantic. But it's also entertaining. So, I agree that it's pointless, but it is pretty fun. It is pretty fun. It's similar to trebuchets for me, as well as the prequel versus sequel memes. All that stuff is just fun. And I don't see anything wrong with that, because fun things are just fun. God. The fact that you can just sit there and just have, like, statements that are... Yeah, man, I love it. I love it. What about the ironic definition? Now, that's just blatant disregard for the English language. That's different. People misusing the word ironic is just weird to me. Lots of locations have soup pots self-serve, but at 10 o'clock at night? I don't know. I just don't know. How about the Mariners? Don't know. Don't really pay attention. Okay. The problem is I gotta find a place that has fresh soup ready. But yeah, the lack of knowledge about the word ironic is a plague. Well, not a plague. It's rampant, however. I wouldn't call it a plague, because it doesn't actually matter. But it is something that's odd to me. Oh, man. Don't even get me started on that song. Well, that's a subject for another day. That song is delightful, is what I'll say for now, and I will disagree with my own statement later. But let's see what else we can find. Texas is out there seeing what he can see with his eyes. In fact, he's playing a little bit of game of I Spy out there. Let's see. You just got off work. How's the stream going? It's going well, Snap Empty Wallet. We've only got 4 rounds today. We're coming up towards the end. We're going to try and get one more match out there, however, and have some fun with it. Will we get it? I just don't know. Also, chat seems to be slowing down a little bit.
In case you guys had no idea.
That's a
Will you
surprise.
sit on the wall, please? Thank you. Okay, so we have Willie.
Merfolk versus Blueback Tezzeret.
Merfolk versus Blueback Desert.
Okay.
Game 3? One game 3.
Interesting. So we've got Maeve versus Willie. That should be interesting. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button again.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I appreciate that kind of support. That is quite nice of you.
I got you.
Sue, Lord of Atlantis, up against Tezzeret. Man, I love Tezzeret decks. Maeve's deck is sweet.
Maverator.
Yep, it's the Maverator. Let's head on down for game 3. We'll see you there. Okay, forgot to hit save. Whoa!
Maeve.
Forgot to hit
Also
it
a
again.
troll.
Oh, please enter a number? Oh, I did enter a number. Hold on. There we go.
Ah.
I forgot to do that. Guarantee you that Todd Stevens tokens are going to be used for the Thopters.
Yep.
That I actually agree, Kinetic Stasis. I truly do think that the Ironic song by Alanis Morissette was made purely to be that the title and like the concept of the song is the true irony. Like that is the only way that I can justify
I
that
missed
song
what you
existing.
guys talking about.
The misuse of the word irony.
Oh.
Nice. Alanis Morissette's like the entire lyrics of that song
Mm-hmm.
have zero irony in them.
Right.
So I like to think that it's the name of the song that's true irony.
That creates the irony.
Like, I would be inspired by someone who can get to that level of meta, but otherwise it's just bothering.
Yeah. Looks like Maeve is going down to 6 right away.
Okay, TJ, are the tokens that you see of me on Twitter real? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're also super cool. They're being sold at Star City Louisville right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I've got some in the mail on the way to me.
I need to get some.
I'll have some.
That I can get from you?
Probably. I got 250.
I was expecting 3 or 4.
Nope.
I would love to get some of
they're-
those off your hands.
They're gonna be business cards at events for me. To where
Ah, that's so cool.
yeah, because it has
I
all
like
my
that.
Twitch and Twitter
That was
info
a
on the
weird
back.
noise my mouth made too.
It has my name and then my Twitch and the 2 Twitch channels and Twitter on it.
That's
on the back.
awesome. I'm really excited for you.
Okay. Ironic by Bo Burnham is pretty good.
It
That's
is.
true. Bo Burnham is pretty funny. So, Maeve has a Darksteel Citadel, but also a Flooded Strand, which is coming down.
So,
I love the Pentad Prisms in this deck.
yeah.
They're
That's
super
the
cool.
Sunburst one, right?
It's the Sunburst one, but also what you're able to do is use that for the improvise costs. So it actually taps for 3
Right, that makes sense.
potentially. How'd that end up happening? What do you mean? How did what? Oh, the tokens? So actually, like 3 months ago, I set a goal for myself to become an England token, and then she actually was the one who contacted me to ask about it. Like, I was in her stream, and then she was like, by the way, we should make a token of you. And I was like, yes! 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 And I got so hyped.
It's really exciting. Yes, Maeve did dye her hair. And Slow Hands, fortunately, I'm not looking to get rid of any of them.
Fortunately.
Unfortunately. Yeah, fortunately. They're mine.
Oh,
I
that's
worked
funny.
hard to find these. I can't tell you. It took me almost, like, I think it was 14 months from when I started searching to when I finally found the first set. And then since then, I've made so many contacts in finding these.
That you had to keep trading for more?
Yeah.
So, looks like we're going to find a Chalice of the Void off of this Glintless Grain.
Seems really good, especially against Willie's Upside Down Island.
You can put them on 2 and it's okay, but against 2 it hits some of your stuff. Chalice, not phenomenal in this matchup.
Not phenomenal, but I feel like hitting 1 is still not bad.
It stops Chalice and Void Snare? But you kind of want your
Aether Vial.
Crane to be a
Stops
Void
Aether
Snare.
Vial.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you said Chalice. But it stops Aether Vial, it stops more Upside Down lands.
It
Does not
stops...
stop that, but more Curse Catchers, Dismember coming out.
Whoa, my goodness.
Interesting line. Also,
So you're trying to say that a fly in your Chardonnay isn't ironic? Thank you. Okay. Am I talking about the Channel Fireball? It's not a Channel Fireball, it's an Inkland one. It's at the Star City event.
yeah.
Congrats on tearing it up these last few days. Who are we talking to? Oh, Coleman.
Probably me.
Coleman crushed it.
Oh.
Coleman, did you 8-0 this tournament?
Yeah, he did.
With
I
a
don't
C
know.
deck?
I know he was 4-0 going into 3.
Right. So I
don't know what round 3 you had for him.
Has Chance decided that that's not the best strategy anymore?
Well, they played, they said, about 10 games before the tournament started, and Chance didn't even kind of start to win one of them. So his game plan was, I'm on stream, so let's have fun.
Okay, I get it. The Pat Cox Thopter token looks like me. Does it? Let's see.
Also, a playset of my Nikados is signed by Pat Cox. Oh, that's blurry.
That is blurry.
That's less blurry.
Okay.
So a Lord coming down, swinging in for 2 now.
Doesn't look like me at all. I don't know.
Your forehead's a little bit smaller.
I don't think that looks like me. Maybe it does. I don't
Maybe
know.
if you grow out your beard.
Maybe. I accidentally shaved it off because I messed up.
I know.
God, that was so disappointing. So, Maeve, 4 lands out, gets Spreading Seized, which is, I guess, kind of cool. Mostly it means that blocking is a non-option. The big issue is that, well, Merfolk can get out of control. If they can't be blocked, then Thopter Sword may not be enough. Tezzeret coming down. Okay. Dang, Technoscore, that sounds crazy. That sounds awesome. From Oath to Ether Revolt. That's a lot of sealed Korean boxes. And we're going to take the Sword of the Meek. We are trying to get this Thopter Sword combo assembled, but with 5 mana, I think Merfolk can outrace that damage as long as the blocks aren't there happening.
Well, there is a capsule out. Capsule will help a little bit.
Capsule does do some decent things. How do I accidentally shave my beard off? Well, I was trimming it, and I accidentally shaved off just a touch too much. So naturally, the whole thing was unsalvageable, and I just had to...
That sounds like a 1980s lyric in a rock band. touch too much.
I think it is.
I'm pretty sure.
I
it
think that
is.
was Joan Jett. Do you want to touch?
I think it's close.
It's close. So, you buy a box of each set Korean and put them in a display case?
I mean, I buy a set of German box every single time. A set of German box? No, I just buy a single German box of each set. Is what I do.
Oh, that is wonderful. So, Maeve, saying that she needs a damnation. She might need a damnation. Yeah, Willie with the Kira out is gonna make that Executioner's capsule no longer good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yep. So
Here's such a good card.
it's AC/DC. Oh, do they actually have a song? Honestly, I never got into grunge.
There was a good point where I was listening to almost exclusively AC/DC.
I never got into grunge.
Before I moved up here, though. So.
That's a little bit odd. One might almost call it
Go on.
coincidental. So, a talisman coming down. Oh, so she has a Yahini's expertise, but no second black source. The Talisman of Dominance, however, gets there with one more mana. Oh my goodness. That's fair, but I didn't get into AC/DC either. This was more a response to the Soundgarden earlier, but I didn't really get into old school rock either.
Well, she's at 9 right now. She's got
For TJ the Steak.
she has the spell skite in hand. I'm a little upset she didn't cast it.
My music knowledge is super bad, by the way.
No, so it's fine.
Cool. Cool.
Like, so the lyric that we were just discussing, we believe is in an AC/DC song.
That's what I'm
listened
told.
to AC/DC for several years, and I did not know that.
I've heard
That's how good I am with music.
I've heard TNT.
Yeah, Dynamite.
So, we have got a hit down to 2.
Chicken for a music hater.
Whatever. Whatever. I was raised on different music. And we are going to Echoing Truth. Negate coming
That's
down.
good negate.
Maeve's going to be able to gain a lot of life with this Tezzeret. So I think Willie was trying to wait to hit the Tezzerets. Was it? Oh. Spell Pierce on that. Gets hit by Chalice.
Pierce. Oh. And I'm so proud of Maeve seeing that, because a lot of people just wouldn't have. A lot of people just completely forgot.
That shouldn't be accurate.
It shouldn't be, but I've seen people cast their own 1-drop on a Chalice on 1, and both players completely forgot about it.
Yeah, but that one actually we do have to stop.
Yeah.
So we are going to drain for 10, go back up to 12, drop a Yahini's Expertise to minimize the board, and we are going to be casting another spell. Maeve may have just turned the corner in this match.
No, this is awesome. I'm so happy. Can't do that.
Vapor Snake getting cast. Deciding maybe I don't want to do that.
Maybe I don't want this spell countered.
Okay. I was raised on dance music as a heads up.
Also, he wanted to snag one of his own
there's a
things.
Thopter Foundry in hand and a Sword of the Meek.
He wanted to snag one of his own things, but
Yeah.
1 couldn't and 2 couldn't.
Yep, because the Kira as well as the
They
Chalice.
were countered twice before it got countered.
Yep.
Flawless victory. I'm not sure about that, but
Also on trumpet music. I was raised on trumpet music. I was raised on trumpet music, and then like the B-52s and
you even saw them a
Sparks.
little while ago.
I
didn't
have
you?
seen the B-52s live.
Yeah,
and
I
the
remember you
Go-Go's.
were so excited
Oh, it
about
was
it.
so awesome. Oh, man. This is gonna be such a lame statement, but this was right after I turned 21, and I had a few Mike's Hard Lemonades. Like, I had a few Mike's Hards that concert. It was delightful.
It was absolutely delightful.
Oh man, I went
You
crazy.
saw the B-52s,
Had some Mike's Hard.
had a nice buzz going with Mike's Hard.
Oh goodness. No, not like Dancing Queen and ABBA. Was not into that.
It's all about the ska.
Sparks.
Nick,
Pet Shop Boys. A lot of Pet Shop Boys.
Nick, who was on stream earlier today, is a big advocate of ska bands. Legends.
Oh, Nick's a big advocate for ska.
I listened to a lot of it in our brief living arrangement that we had.
Oh my goodness. So, and look at
Play
that.
trumpet music
The
for 14 hours a day.
So, the Todd Stevens token does come out to the battlefield,
What did
sacrificing.
she sacrifice?
She sacrificed. Looks to be a land. So I think she got rid of her Darksteel Citadel.
Oh, and minusing to make the capsule a land or a
Yeah,
creature.
into a 5/5 and attacking for lethal.
Seems good.
Yep.
Right, that was a really good game too.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic.
I do not believe we have any more matchups.
That is okay. What a way to end it with Todd Stevens swinging for the kill.
Yeah. Good job, Todd.
Good job, Todd. Thank Todd. It's Saturday.
I can dig it.
Dig it. Thinking I'm searching right through that luggage. One man stretches, another man's come up. Hello and thank you for joining. My name's TJ.
I'm Texas.
And we're streaming out of Geek Fortress in Snohomish, Washington. It says it right up there. I thought you had something to say. Be sure to hit that follow button and join us every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. You can also hit that subscribe button. But we've got Modern and Legacy. It's all kinds of fun. You've been at work for almost 5 hours and haven't done anything. But you're also breaking the rules. We do try and keep this chat family friendly. Seem to be a little bit of breaching that etiquette this stream. We gotta be careful. TJ seems to be feeling a lot better. TJ doesn't feel a ton better, but we're going to power on through because it's the final stretch. So whatever I do have, I'm using it.
Trophy presentation for Coleman.
Go huck this at him.
Nailed his head. I'm sorry. He was a lot closer than I thought he was going to be.
It was Coleman though, right?
Yeah, it was
He'll ask later. He'll get it. He'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Cool,
Yeah.
that's okay. So,
You should find out now what that was for. Oh, he's coming.
let him in.
I threw something at him.
That was a trophy. Because you went 8-0.
Oh, I
Chat
didn't,
asked us to present you with a trophy.
I didn't know I got my trophy slung at my head.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it now that you know it's a trophy?
Still like someone threw a water bottle at my head.
It was
Empty water
empty.
bottle.
That doesn't change things.
It should.
No,
I did-
because the Merfolk player lost. I don't need to worry about
I
that.
didn't mean to hit you in the head. I apologize. I opened the door and you were actually within throwing distance. I got
probably put a
excited.
You could have just, said something. I was right there.
But it was your trophy.
It doesn't have my name on it.
Can you bring it back? I have a pen.
Is your name not EnviroPack?
It's obviously Crystal Springs.
I've been calling you Crystal for years. Anyway, all right.
That is actually the end of the tournament. There are no other games.
That's okay.
Excellent.
We're gonna call it an end.
Who got second place?
Champ.
Chance got second place.
So Chance getting second, still coming away with a win, a moral win, but a win nonetheless. Okay, Twitch
Gonna see who we're gonna
TV.
support.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm good at this.
So, Crystal Coleman. You see, moisture is the essence of wetness, and wetness is the essence of Coleman.
Really curious where you're going with that one.
Why? It's a great movie quote.
I'm not sure what movie that's from. Just as you're bad with music references, I'm really bad with like all references.
Slow hands. Thanks. We devolved a little bit at the end there, but I promise I'll improve myself, both in how I feel and yeah. I don't
And
know.
how he feels, and yeah.
And yeah.
Also, slow hands. If I ever decide to get rid of some of the wild Undercoddles, I will let you know first.
Roby, thank you so much. It's good having you here. Let's see if there is Modern out in the field.
Oh, so look, somebody's streaming Modern, and it's like, oh, that's us. Awkward.
That's funny. You're funny.
I attempt to be so.
Thanks for being funny. Okay.
Well, what do we got? We got Z Magic.
The reference was from Zoolander, by the way.
I've never seen the movie.
We'll fix that. Let's host Z Magic. He's a member of the Rogues Gallery. He's a good person, good people, rock star all around, and generally fun to spend time with. He gets pretty hyped in his channel as well, so it's always fun hosting him. All right, everybody, from all of us here at Geek Fortress, do you have any final thoughts for that, man? I'm sorry.
No, not really. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of great matchups
So many
today.
good matchups. I wish I could have been more hyped for them because there was some cool matchups.
I feel like you were plenty hyped.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. This from all of us here at Geek Fortress, thank you to the mods, the viewers, the players. Coleman, congratulations. Texas,
Absolutely.
thank you for being here for this.
As many Saturdays as I can.
And Tevin is going to do our featured viewer of the day by the look of it, so we'll also delay for that a little bit. By Geek Fortress, we haven't done our outro yet. Stick around; it's apparently the most interesting part.
Apparently it is.
Because
And
we're going
it
to
is.
feature PG Longwell. Thank you so much for that follow, or thank you so much for being our featured viewer of the day. You are incredible and awesome. Your name is great, and you keep your name just like we try and keep our chat. PG.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And also, it's nice to just have a nice long chat.
Yeah.
So your name's basically amazing in every way. So you are great. Thanks for being great, and from all of us here at the Geek Fortress, whether it is good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, just remember that you are amazing and a fortnight. Stay amazing, be amazing. I will see you next time. Next stream is Wednesday. I'll be streaming from home. Plenty in the meantime. We'll see you there.
Adios.